What's going on, guys? KegCast number 150. Live bet in the Tuesday night card. I got my friend, my mentor, Mr. Joe Ranieri from the Fantasy Sports Network hanging out with us until he goes over to fantasy at 8. So what's going on, Joe?
What's going on? A whole lot of baseball is what's going on here tonight. And already we've got an awful lot of scoring going on in the early goings here of a few games, including the Marlins, who just it was 7.5 last night, the total. It's now 7 tonight, as you had Caleb Smith going up against Castillo, and the Reds are still scoring runs in the first inning. So that's going to make it very difficult anybody holding an under ticket.
I heard you're killing it, man. I heard you're hitting fucking 20, 30 to 1 parlays left, right, and center.
Yeah.
What do you want tonight in MLB?
We got a couple of them going. Got the Mets taking the Mets to take down the Cubs. I got the Brewers to take down the Cardinals. And I've got the Rays. I took the run line. I took a 1.5 at just about even money because I don't think Verlander is twice the pitcher Charlie Morton is. Verlander gives up home runs. Morton doesn't. So I'll take those. I'll take those numbers any day. I took the Rays getting a 1.5.
That's all you're on in terms of baseball tonight. The rest live betting.
No, I got the 10 o'clock games too that we're cruising into. I got Giolito first 5 for the Chicago White Sox taking on the Twins and Pineda. I got, he was a good number at that. He was just about even money as well. And then I took I don't know what to do with the Red Sox Rockies game. I don't know what to make of that. Part of me wants to go over, but I mean, you got 2 gas cans. I don't even know who that is pitching for the Rockies. I think maybe he was doing some mixed league softball slow pitch last week because now he's pitching for the Rockies. I have no idea. They're finding guys off the street and they're throwing them on the mound. They had a guy yesterday in the afternoon against Atlanta, throws 5 innings, doesn't give up a run and like 5 hits. Where'd you find that guy? Like, I never even heard of him.
I heard a couple people that are pretty good baseball handicappers on the over 9 in that game tonight. What do you think about the total?
Over 9 in what? The Rockies? It's 13.5.
No, that the Giolito game you were talking about.
It's up to 9.5. So it was pushed up. I didn't go towards the total because Pineda, he can. Giolito's better on the road than he has been at home. But I liked his chances there at home. He struck out 12, I think. Last week he faced the Twins, same matchup on the road, and he struck out 12. I think he went 8 or 9 innings. He might have even made a complete game. So if he rolls that confidence over in here at home, I think we'll have at least a first 5. But the problem is once you get to them bullpens, good luck. I have no idea.
So I saw that the league average at Coors Field is 13 runs a game. They're hanging 13.5, right?
Yep.
In that Red Sox game. What do you think? Over?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, my instinct is go over 13.5, but the reality is, I would have said the same thing yesterday when Atlanta was there. More so with Atlanta there, and they end up going, 3-1 in the 9th inning there. So they don't score any runs all game. So the Rockies are a very strange team to me this year. They're one team at home. They've always been another team on the road, but after the All-Star break, the wheels fell off. They got no pitching. Everyone's on the IL now. So I don't know what to make of them. All I know is they're paying those guys in the middle of that lineup, Trevor Story, Arenado, Charlie Blackmon. They're paying those guys a small fortune there. They could buy a couple of third world countries for what they're paying those guys, and not to win games.
Have you looked at tomorrow's college football card yet? Have you been?
Yeah, of course I have. Well, Thursdays, you mean? What the hell is today? Don't do that to me.
Tomorrow. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, don't do that to me, man. Damn.
Yeah, my bad, bro. My bad.
Yeah, we're gonna do a big dive into it tomorrow too on the morning shows. We're gonna really get into it. We had Kurt Herbstreit on the show today, early this morning, talking to him about.
You had Herbie on?
Yeah,
I
Herbie
missed
was
that.
on. Yeah, we had him on today, so we were talking to him, his thoughts about. Big game. A lot of guys are circling is Auburn and Oregon. And, the Pac-12, everyone's pointing the finger at the Pac-12 being like, guess who's going to be left out of the college, the college playoff? It's going to be somebody from the Pac-12 because the conference is terrible. Well, Arizona loses to Hawaii. And so now Oregon's going up against Gus Malzahn and Auburn. Pac-12 need a win, man, for no other reason.
I like Utah, Joe.
Yeah.
I think Utah wins the Pac-12.
Well, listen, they got that whole holy war going on against BYU opening up. I mean, that's not
bro. Who do you like in that game? How did they not beat BYU by 5.5 points?
You start getting a couple of Hail Marys full of graces going on up there. You got that whole how many wives do you have versus how many do I? Anything can happen first game of the year, and that's true. They usually play that. Down the road a little bit, and it's opening up, kind of like what Florida and Miami did. They kind of opened up the season. All right, let's go. Let's drop and see what happens. So,
I think if that game happens mid-season, Arizona goes to Hawaii. They beat them, I think, pretty handily.
That's a tough trip to make, man. And I I took the over in Hawaii wins this year because of the fact that early on and then in the middle, they go about 4 or 5 games in a row where they don't leave the island. And that's huge for Hawaii, man. That's not an easy place to fly to and play. And it's rough on them, too, if they've got to, if they've got 2 or 3 games on the road where they've got to fly out every week, man. It takes you toll, man. That's a pain in the ass trip, man. It really, really is.
I think with Tyler Huntley coming back healthy, right, for Utah, I was on them early last year until Jason Shelley took over at QB. I mean, even though he wasn't bad, Shelley, I don't think, but I think Huntley coming back is big. I know BYU has a good defense. They have a lot of starters returning on defense. I just think they should be able to go there, and there's going to be a ton of Utah fans there.
Yeah.
I think they should be able to go there and win.
I actually had them closer to double-digit favorites, and that's not what it is right now. So, I like Kyle Whittingham. I'm a big fan of his. And I think, what is he, 20-9 against the number on the road over the last 5 years. He's beaten BYU 8 straight times. You mentioned it. He's got the quarterback. He's got a whole bunch of returners. Nothing against BYU, but Utah should win this game rather easily.
I think what was last year's final score? Like 35-27, something like that. Yeah. I expect that probably to be around there again. I think the total's dropped. It's down to like 47.5. Oh. I think I lean over.
Yeah.
Right. And I think I just think they're a touchdown better no matter where they're playing them.
I had them at double digits. Yeah, I don't know.
Right. If they're home, right, what are they? -10, right? Oh. They open at 6.
Yep.
They drop down to 4.5. Mm-hmm. Now we see buyback on Utah. I think, what are they, back up to 5.5?
Yep. Yep. I don't and now it's 5.5. I don't know what I'm missing here, but to me, early on in the season, couple of things you always want to look for is, number one, how many upperclassmen returning starters does a team have? What is the relationship with the quarterback and the coach? Has the quarterback been there? The guy, perfect example is David Cutcliffe in Duke, who Daniel Jones is now a New York Giant, right? Well, turns out that the guy behind him is a 5th-year senior, has been with Cutcliffe the entire time. So, he's a guy that's going to slide in, kid in his early 20s that knows the program, knows the system. He's not Daniel Jones, but it's not like you're bringing in a redshirt freshman who transferred in from, Miami of Ohio somewhere. It's, that's why Cutcliffe and Duke going to Alabama is another head scratcher to me. Notoriously, Saban is Saban, but Cutcliffe doesn't get run over by anybody. And I think his numbers, too, as a underdog, He's like 20 against the number, something like 28-5-3. It's some obnoxious number. Like Duke does not get run over when they are an underdog. They're not going to quit. And with a fifth-year senior at a quarterback in the system, And what was it last year? Wasn't it Saban bet against them first half, bet with them second half? Or was it the other way?
He covered the first half.
Right. And then the second half, they didn't do a damn thing. Right. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
What do you think about UCLA Cincinnati? That line opened like UCLA +4, and it actually crossed 3. Cincinnati now a 2.5 point favorite at home. We know how good that Cincinnati defense is, right? I don't know what to expect from Chip Kelly in the second year. Normally, college football programs take their biggest step in the second year of a head coach's tenure.
Right.
I don't know. I didn't expect that number to cross 3. What do you think about that game?
Got a lot of people trying to convince me that this is not even close. Cincinnati's going to win this game. The only problem is that, Chip's got 19 starters coming back here. And if you remember, UCLA started at home. Cincinnati came out there and beat them. But second half of the season, once they got used to Chip Kelly's system, once they started, all of a sudden UCLA was a different team at the end of the year than they were in the beginning of the year. And, you're going to ask me who's got better athletes, Cincinnati or UCLA? Chip Kelly's got 19 guys coming back. There are no more excuses. So I don't know why people are just dismissing UCLA. I mean, I got it early. I got them. They were getting 3.5, but, now it's down to what, 2.5? So there's even more money coming in.
Oh, here. you took UCLA.
I took UCLA. Yeah, I think Chip Kelly is. I think this team is ready to rock and roll. I just love 19 starters coming back. Show me what you got, Chip.
If you blindly in the NFL take every +3.5 and every -2.5, you hit at a 55% rate the last 10 years. I don't know if that is the same for college football. Another interesting game, Northwestern has covered 10 in a row as a road dog by an average of over 2 touchdowns.
Right.
Wildcats, 8 of those 10 games, they went outright. This week, they go to Stanford. They're a 6.5 point underdog. What do you think about that game?
What can you say about Stanford and the job that Shaw has done out there? It's actually been pretty damn impressive, to tell you the truth, man. What those every year we continue to get, NFL quality guys coming out of his program, and he was a little miffed at what Andrew Luck did, and I know you were holding the ticket there for. I know that was a little
killed me. Yeah. Win total, division, Super Bowl.
Stanford has won, I think, the last 10 or 11 openers at home. I think they've won in like blowout fashion too. They've done real well. So I think being home is a big advantage for Stanford. Game 1. Plus they got Costello, I think his name is. I think the quarterback is coming back. So, and Shaw with that offense, I think they'll. I always like Northwestern in October. I don't generally like Northwestern in August, September on the road at Stanford. Game 1, I think Stanford wins that game pretty easily.
What about on the total?
Maxwell Smart checks in.
Maxwell,
how you doing, Max?
What's up, Joe? What's up, Jay?
What's up, homie?
I got a question on this game. This number's moved from 50 to 47.5 and 47. Is it too late to get on the under, or do I still have a chance?
Which game are you talking about?
How do you take the Stanford game, right?
Yeah.
How do you take an under that's moved to field goal already? It's so hard for me to do
that much already. It's moved that much already, huh?
Yeah, it has. So that's a stay away then. Okay, understood.
That's the problem with 18-year-olds in August and September, trying to get a gauge on what we got going on here. Stanford's going to bring it, So the question is, how much are you going to get out of Northwestern?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not necessarily going to be a run and gun. They're not exactly a high prolific offense that's can all of a sudden. It's not Hawaii, Arizona. So not that anybody should ever strive to be Hawaii or Arizona.
Yeah, but if someone puts up 35 points, it's over. And,
it is, exactly.
And Stanford, I can see them doing that at home, but it's just like you're going to play some Big Ten style football. You're not going to have some prolific offense going up and down the field. So.
Yep.
What was your takeaway from the Florida-Miami game?
Florida's got to get better. Number 8 team in the country. We know that. Listen, I give them kudos for the whole week 0 going out there and battling. You could have played a cupcake. You could be like Ohio State playing FAU in the opening game at home, but you went neutral field in your state playing Miami. And listen, you won the game. You did good, but once again, that their quarterback is a bit of a head scratcher. He's been doing this. He's been like this forever. So I don't know. I know the athletes. I know the defense is good, but like anything else, you can't have 120 some odd yards and penalties in the second half. Like both of those teams just left points out there and handed each other going, I don't want to win it. You win it. I think Miami, I think they got the right kid at quarterback. I think Deron Williams, I agree. The kid that got mauled, I think he got sacked 10 times. And you know what? He was cool as a cucumber, the kid, the entire time.
I tell you what, though, I was not impressed with Felipe Franks.
Oh, terrible Franks. Just, but he's been like that forever. One quarter he looks Dan Marino. Next quarter you're like, oh, my God, he looks like Dan Marino's neighbor. It's awful.
I think Miami's offensive line is going to be a big problem for them all year.
Both. Well, listen, they graduated everybody too, so it's that's going to be a problem for in the SEC, and their schedule does not get any easier, by the way. So they either better put up a whole lot of points or play some amazing. Now, listen, that defense they'd have got to anybody 10 times. I don't care what the offensive line. That defense is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Miami was starting freshmen left and right tackles. Yeah. So they're going to have it. That's going to be an issue for them all year. A couple of the biggest moves of the week. I agree with you with Duke, man. That coach is phenomenal. They're really, really tricky team to lay a big number against. Alabama, that line opens 30.5 and is now 35.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's a big nut against Duke. Michigan opens 29.5, now 34. You know what though? I think they're 5 touchdowns better than Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah, I agree there.
Yeah,
also. I agree there also.
Yep.
I actually this is a spot that I like Syracuse. I like Syracuse to be able to cover this number against Liberty.
Dino. Love Dino Babers. Love Syracuse, by the way. Everyone made a big deal. Oh, the quarterback graduate.
Quarterback got drafted. Didn't he get drafted somewhere?
They got a couple of studs, dude, on defense, man, on that defensive front. They're returning a lot of guys, and I think coaching matters in college football, guys. So, and Dino Babers, he's one of the best there is. So I like Syracuse a lot more than other guys. I think their number was 7.5 on the year. And, I think they should be able to get to that no problem with their schedule.
Yeah, and that's 17.5. I think that they can cover that against Liberty unless they just take the first half off.
Right. It's exactly.
Live scores right now in MLB.
Yeah.
MLB, Toronto up 2-0 on the Braves in the second.
Oh, of course.
The Orioles up 2-0 on the Nats in the second. At what point do you start to look at the Nationals? They're actually minus 140. Down 2 runs.
Very strange first inning there for Corbin, who's usually lights out at home, by the way. All of a sudden, he's given up 2 runs in the first inning. It's very weird.
Yeah, he had a huge run. He had a huge run of not giving up more than 2 runs, and I heard that out of Joe's mouth.
Yeah, the guy's a beast.
The information I took.
Yep, the guy's a beast at home, man. A little different on the road, but his splits at home, he's been absolutely unhittable. And then, it's the Orioles, of course it is. Real sick and tired of these $3-4 favorites coming out laying an egg and busting everyone's parlays all over the place.
What Detroit did to Houston was unbelievable.
Well, Baltimore did it to Verlander to start before, so
Yeah, yeah. Did you bet the Mets Cubs game? No score, third inning.
Yeah, I got the Mets there. I took them again. One team can play really well at home. The other team is horrific on the road. So the Mets should be able to take care of the Cubs since they can't win outside of Wrigley.
Cincinnati and the Marlins tied at 2.
Yeah,
in the second.
Yeah, of course it is.
Indians up 3-0 right now against Detroit in the second. Pirates up 2-0 against the Phillies in the second. No score in Milwaukee in the first.
And you forgot a game. It's called my Blue Jays. They're up 2-0.
Yeah, Toronto is another one of those. And they got 5 hits already. The Blue Jays in the bottom of the second. How's that working out, Soroka? How's your neck feel? Since you're watching balls whip by your face every other batter. Unbelievable.
MT13 says Georgia Tech is a plus 3,600 to beat Clemson. You think Clemson covers that 36?
I don't think Georgia Tech scores a point. I don't know how they score a point in Death Valley. The Paul Johnson era is over, guys. So, the last 30 years, they've recruited for the triple option. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to put a pro-style offense in overnight. I don't see how you're transitioning, new coach, new offensive philosophy, new everything, yet you've got players that were recruited for Paul Johnson. I don't see how they score a point. Plus, Clemson, I don't mind laying the 30-some-odd points first couple of weeks, lay the big numbers, because you know what's going to happen here. Saban and Clemson, and they're all going to go out there and prove, how big, and they didn't have a preseason. So this essentially is their preseason. So this is where they're going to get to work out all the kinks, and they're just going to run roughshod over these guys.
RK says, is Georgia Tech ditching the triple option? Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah, no, they're going to go. Yeah, they're going to go. Yeah, they're going to drop back on the center. They're going to. Yeah, they got to get rid of it. I mean, it was not for nothing. I mean, love you, Paul Johnson. You had great success at Georgia Tech, but it's 2019. How are you going to recruit kids and be like, come to Georgia Tech, and we'll run the 1930s offense that'll absolutely not get you drafted into the NFL?
And a lot of those kids have been running the triple option for a couple of years.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing if you're in Army, that's a different ball game. But, if Georgia Tech wants to compete in the ACC, yeah, you might have to change that. You might have to change that up there.
So you think this is like a 45?
I don't see how they score a point. Honestly, I do not with Clemson's defense. And, that's the thing that bothers me with Alabama, too, is they're already doing the whole we're being disrespected because Clemson's number 1 and Alabama's number 2. So I can assure you Saban's not going to take his foot off the gas at any moment for any team for any reason, as long as they're considered the number 2 team in the country behind Clemson.
Yeah.
What about this Texas A&M Texas State game? Is this another game where Texas State will be lucky if they get 3 points?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they might score a little bit more, but Texas A&M again. This is kind of I don't want to say make or break for Jimbo, but all right, Jimbo, you left Florida State high and dry. Came out to Texas A&M. You were supposed to be this big ticket to the NFL, so to speak, pro-style offense. You were going to change everything. You were supposed to be better than Kevin Sumlin, yada, yada, yada. All right, well, let's see what you got now here. So wouldn't surprise me at all for a lot of these guys to go out there to try and make a statement week 1. And, Texas State might find themselves in, although I don't think it's going to be completely a mismatch like I think Georgia Tech is going to be, but I would not anticipate them him taking his foot off the gas with those guys anytime soon there at A&M. It's got to be a huge. What's the huge number now? What is it?
Yeah, it's in the 30s.
It's on the 30s already. Yeah, so yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Are there any golf tournaments this week, Joe?
The European one, I think the tournaments are over now or at least the FedEx Cup stuff is gone. So they did a really good job, the PGA Tour, of moving the schedule so they're not going to mess with baseball. They're not going to mess with the NFL, college football. That was the reason they moved the tournaments up, where you had a major every month, if you notice, from April, May, June. It's over in July, and then August you got the playoff, and the golf season's over.
Did you see McIlroy taking that?
Yeah, played out his ass, didn't he? Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Returned the favor to Koepka, who looked like a deer caught in the headlights, but he didn't make any shots. I mean, Rory was. I know. The problem is he hasn't won a tournament in, 5 years? He hasn't won a major?
Yeah. He won the Players this year. He won the Canadian Open this year. But I was on Koepka Saturday night at plus 350, one stroke back. I thought that he was in the perfect position to take it. And I thought Schauffele had a real shot too. But, McIlroy got it done.
That guy gets it rolling, and it's tee to green, probably one of the best outside of the majors. I don't know anybody that was better this year than Rory McIlroy, but, he misses the British Open, in his own home course, and then he comes back and wins the tournament. And then he comes back he loses to Koepka, I believe, at was it the IBM or the Northern Trust, one of those where it was him and Koepka on Sunday, and he goes out and shoots like 72. Koepka shoots 65, and he ran him over, and he did the same thing now, but only this time he got it for $15 million. So it's a pretty nice payday.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah,
payday.
For golf. God
yeah, damn. I know.
It's unbelievable. They hit a ball with a stick, bro.
Yeah. Yep. Basketball's still outrageous. Basketball's still outrageous compared to golf, but for what golf is, it's like I'm surprised that these guys aren't liquored up,
Yeah.
Because I know you got to go do a show. What are you?
Oh, by the way, on that kid is returning. By the way, and there's a lot of Heisman talk. Mond, is it Kelly Mond? I believe his name is for Texas A&M.
Yeah, Kellen Mond. Yeah,
Kellen Mond. Yeah, there are a lot of whispers going on about that kid too. So keep an eye on him. He's a guy now that's had a couple of. He's had a little time there with Jimbo, so they're going to be the pride of Texas right there, Texas A&M.
Yeah, who are they playing? Texas State this week.
Yeah, Texas. But did you see how much these schools are making? USA Today put an article out today where they listed the price that like FAU and Texas State. I get it, FAU. Lane Kiffin's getting $1.5 million for going to Columbus. So to get his ass kicked, but you know what? How else are you going to get paid, Lane? Somebody's got paid that $1 million contract to you. So how do you do it? You go get your ass handed to you in Columbus by Ohio State game one. That's how you do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how you get new facilities. So you got to do it.
Exactly.
MLB games that haven't started tonight, the late slate. What are you on for the chat?
I have. I think the Dodgers will bounce back tonight with Buehler. Although I don't think a lot of runs are going to be scored there. I love Samardzija tonight to bounce back. So I'm going Giants, Dodgers, and I like the Yankees. Although all the money is coming in for the Mariners, it's been coming in all day on that. So, which is a little strange, but. If I was to do something crazy, maybe I'd go the A's, Dodgers, Yankees, Giants.
A's, Dodgers, Yankees, and Giants.
Right.
All right, man. I know you got to go.
If I was, feeling frisky, that's what I would go.
I love you, bro. Thank you for the time.
Or
and remember, Joe's
completely full of shit, and I'll just have to wear this hat tomorrow. Because none of those teams are going to win.
Is that a fucking shit emoji hat?
Every time I pick bad plays, I'm stuck wearing the friggin' hat. So that's what goes on,
that
dude.
That hat is fantastic.
Yes. Every time I choke it up, dude, I got to drop Mr. Hanky on my head. So that's how we roll.
Where do we purchase one of those hats?
You do not. I had to have the thing made. It's actually made of real. Never mind.
No.
Anyway. Never mind. You sick bastards. You sick bastards.
Oh, no.
They aren't paying you enough money. My God. They got to give you a freaking bonus for that.
Exactly. You know, the problem is I'd give it to Gabe, but it'll look like he's got hair. And, you don't want to do that. You bald-headed prick.
Imagine doing 6 hours of radio in the morning, and then I bust his balls to come on here for an hour.
Yeah, nice of you, by the way.
I love you, bro.
Yep. No,
I love you
guys.
Friday morning. We got UFC on Friday.
Yeah,
I'll be watching and listening.
Kill it, guys. Enjoy yourselves tonight. Good luck, man.
All right, later.
All right, Joey.
All right, guys. Be good. Be well.
There he is. The one and only Mr. Joe Ranieri, Fantasy Sports Network, host of the morning show.
And when the man puts out a parlay, take note, listen, and cash with him, because he cashed a 38-1, a 20-1. Fuck.
I heard he's killing it, huh?
It's kind of shit that fucking pays for local strippers for many weeks.
Rich said if the Mets-Cubs game stays scoreless for another 2 innings, I'm jumping on over 4.5 or 5.5. All right. Nick's going to come on. I know you guys want Tuesday night Contender Series plays. So, Nick, you could pop on now, bro. Ghoster, I'll send you an invite in a little bit if you want to pop on. Max, do you have did it get rained out?
Nope.
Oh,
I don't want to go, though.
Man.
But I think I have to.
Coax you to what's your going rate? Can I coax you to stay on the show tonight?
I don't think that they'll have enough players.
Can I afford you?
No, probably
You know what?
Fuck you, I know.
How about that? How about fuck that team that is in the championship game? Tell them to suck it up and just stay on with us all night long. The team wants you in their life.
I have to make a phone call. Well, I'm eating a donut right now. That's actually sucked my finger. It's awesome. Yeah,
you know what? I think you should put down another 4 donuts and just fucking hang out with us tonight and try to make money. So yeah, quickly in the chat, what do you guys think about Sloane Stephens tonight? My tennis
I'll be back in a second.
heads. Go ahead, bro. Does Sloane Stephens? Go ahead. Does Sloane Stephens get the job done tonight? That's what I want to know at minus 230. Because if she does, I think I'm all over it. Minus 230 is not that much. What's Joe's Twitter if he has one? At Joe Ranieri. There's his Twitter. Yeah, so we're going to have Ramon's going to come on. Nick, I told he can come on. Yes, she wins, but the play of the night is Steven Johnson plus 1.5 set handicap. He'll get a set off. Sean, say no more. Yes, she wins. How confident are we? Yes, she wins. Viral says Sloane has a history of choking versus low-level people in big tourneys, but she's one of the best when she's on. Gerardo says 80% she wins. Ulysses, my brother, I have no fucking idea because I don't cap Tuesday night Contender Series, but Fat Fist is coming on any minute to let him know what he thinks about Tuesday night Contender Series. Sean, so J size bet on Sloane Stephens to get past the first round. Second round. Oh, UFC. I don't know. I don't know yet, brother. I have to write my main and co-main event article tonight and tomorrow. So, and I'll be breaking down this card all night long because tomorrow I'll be on Sports Bet Daily with Dave. So I'll know more later in the week. But we are gonna have a show for everybody that's watching. 3 a.m. the prelims start Saturday morning for UFC Fight Night. What is it? 157, I think. 3 a.m. Saturday morning, I'll be there. For the prelims, 6 a.m. main card. Dave and I will be on. And then I'm going to take a couple hours break to sleep. And then I'll be on all day and night for college football on Saturday. I love it. I love it, Nutflush. Love you, bro. All right, Sean. So I'm laying it. I'm laying it big on Sloane Stephens, unless you tell me otherwise. And Steven Johnson plus 1.5 sets, huh? All right, I'm laying it, bro. 230 does not seem like a terrible price to try to pick up a knickknack. So let's do it. Let's do this shit. I got to get back in the fucking black, man. Jesus Christ. We end up dropping a unit last night because the Dodgers dropped about 1.4 units. And got to get back in the black. I saw that I don't know, but I'm still trying to work how I'm going to get the Sunday ticket on my 5 televisions that I ordered. So there are not a ton of options if you don't have DirecTV. I saw our odds market tennis guy was on I don't know if these games have these matches already happened, but I saw that he was on a couple people. Should I bet minus 270 on Stevens, or should I bet her set by set? She's minus 220 to win set 1. Minus 220 to win set 2. Should I break it up? Should I make whatever bet that I was going to make on her to win set 1 at minus 220? Or do I go with her at minus 270 to win the tournament, to win the match? But the problem with Sling is you don't get out of market games, right? You don't get every game on a Sunday. you're only going to get your in-market games. So, Sean, what are you saying? Should I take her minus 220 to win set 2 and not bet her to win set 1? Or do I bet both? What's going on, Mr. Ramon Scott?
Games a little bit. Great segment.
What do you think about Sloane Stephens tonight?
Yeah, I heard you talking a little tennis. What are you laying? Just laying like 275 or 300, or were you going to take some variant to that?
I don't know what to do. If I should just take her to win at minus 270. Sean says I hate betting sets. I honestly don't know, but I would say she wins set 2. I'd be more confident overall, so I'll just lay it.
Yeah, some guys.
Did you better?
No, I haven't looked into anything on the Stevens match. If anything, maybe Stevens in straight sets. I think she's a pick there.
How about the Indiana Fever shitting all over the Aces right now? Up 20 in the second quarter.
Oh, yeah, okay. I see checking out this WNBA scores of 5 games tonight in the WNBA. 3 of them are underway. One of them just about to tip off, if it hasn't already. Chicago and Minnesota. There's one night game, Connecticut and Seattle. But, yeah, Las Vegas. I think they're down 20 at the half, Jay.
What do you think? I know I was going to take the Mystics money line tonight, and I didn't do it. And they're up 17 right now.
I thought it might be a spot for LA to hang in there, especially at the increased price. I mean, Washington opened a 5-point favorite, went up to 7.5, and a big move on the total as well. Went from 161, closed 166. Great segment.
Yeah, low baggers were all over the Fever, Deer Slayer says. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I'm not sure I saw that. I'm not sure I saw that coming.
Yeah, I mean, you can get if you think the Aces are going to come back in this game, which is not out of the realm of possibility, you can get them at plus $8 right now.
Well, good to see that you're looking into some of the WNBA games. You know, I saw the show with Ant and Matt, and a great show there. I saw that Ant really liked that Yankees-Seattle total over tonight.
Oh, yeah? I didn't have time to watch except for like the last 10 minutes. And there was somebody from there was a troll in there that I got rid of.
There are 3 major league games set to start within the next couple of minutes. Minnesota and the White Sox. That's Michael Pineda and Lucas Giolito.
I saw JJ on the over 9.
Yeah, I like the over as well in that game. I like Giolito in this spot. You know, you think if you're going to take Giolito, you might be on the under. Giolito's been a pretty popular play with the Sharps, I think. You see Minnesota opened as high as $1.30. Now the game's a pick. Total did open 8.5 over 20, and now it is 9. So not sure I could recommend Giolito at that price to our friends in the chat. Be interested to see what they say, but I definitely think the over still has a little bit of value despite moving from that 8.5, especially if JJ didn't mind the 9.
Yeah, I'm not sure I know.
What's up, Nick?
What's up, brother?
What do you got for the fight pass? I mean, Contender Series. People are asking that.
Yeah, I like the Asian fella. I also like Dylan as a plus dog. I'm just trying to get my shit on right now. I just got a new fucking, excuse my language, just got a new hey Ramon, what's up, buddy? Sorry.
I'll go over. That must be Sang. I'm gonna guess that Sang Hoon Yu is who he's referring to. I'm not gonna just broad brush this and think he's the Asian guy, but he's minus $1.65.
Yes. What is he right now?
Minus 165 over Peter.
Wow. Yeah, he got steamed. I got him at like minus 135, 140.
And what was the other you were into?
Dylan Lockhart. I think he's at plus 120-ish right now, right?
Give your analysis for all the fights.
I didn't see. That's the thing. I wanted to concentrate more on because on what I was playing. I mean, if you want, for instance, the two big guys tonight, you got what's it called, Saul and Dustin. I mean, if he gets out of the first round, I think it's Dustin's fight to lose. But Saul is going to be dangerous in that first round. That's the heavyweight fight.
This is Jones minus 125 over Solsaloy minus 105.
Okay. I was looking at some of the over-unders, but I think the best over-under you can get is like minus 200, and that's just not playable. I mean, it is, but it's not my eyes. I mean, as we have all seen the trend right now, dogs are cashing like crazy on this Contender Series. You know what I mean? If you were to take the underdog in every single fight this year, you'd be up like a unit, you'd be up like 20 units more, I would say, actually. Shit. Plus 600s have cashed on this show this year. It's just it's a tough show to cap, as you know, Jay. You know what I mean? There's not much tape on all of these guys. You can only get a couple fights per fighter, but it's a little bit fun to put some money on.
There is one big dog on the card, but I don't know if you were able to narrow it down.
Yeah,
which dogs?
I looked at the tape. I wanted to bet the dog on that, but I can't bet him. I think he's gonna get steamrolled in that fight, and then you can't take. I wish they had good prop odds on Contender Series, for instance, take the dude inside the distance or to win by knockout and stuff like that. But they're not foolish. They're not going to lay those prop odds because that's what Contender Series is all about. Knockouts. You know what I mean? Getting finishes. You want to get signed, that's what you have to do. You need to finish the fight. Very rarely will Dana White sign a fighter and that doesn't finish the fight unless he just looked absolutely spectacular throughout the entire fight, or it was like a barn burner type occasion.
So what are you actually on?
I'm on Hoon and Dylan Lockhart and Ramon. You want to pronounce his name for me?
Yeah, Jay. That's we got. Dylan is plus $1.25. Dylan Lockhart, maybe plus $1.20 now, going up against T.J. Brown, and then Sang Hoon Yu minus $1.65 over Peter Barrett. That price is still tolerable for you, despite the 30 cents increase.
That's if it gets any higher, I wouldn't take it. But that's like, you know what I mean? That's capping right there. That's it.
And you did mention Johnson and Solsky, but I don't think it was a selection for you, Johnson.
Exactly. I mean, the fight's just a coin flip, in my opinion, that one. You know what I mean?
I'm starting to see some prices come out about whether or not fights will go the distance. Was there one or two in particular you mentioned just a moment ago?
I think every single one of these fights does not go the distance.
Does not go the distance.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe one. You know what I mean? But then you literally got to guess which one it is. I mean, the motto of the show is finish your fighter. You know what I mean? It really is. Everybody's trying to impress Dana White in the crowd, and he's made it pretty blatant that he wants to see finishes. You know what I mean? And to get in the UFC or to get signed. Again, there's those certain spots where a guy looks awesome. He doesn't finish the fight, he'll sign him, but he's looking for people to finish, and these fighters know that. They're going for broke in there.
Well, here's the interesting thing then, Jay. If you listen to what Fat Fist is saying, because he's saying that the dogs provide a little bit of value, but yet every one of these fights, there are some that are closely rated as far as the odds concerned. There's some lopsided, but every one of these fights is at least minus 250, not to go the distance. A couple of them are minus 250 and 275.
Yeah.
The other two are minus like 100 not to go the distance. And the other one's minus 450 to not go the distance. So I don't know if you want to say that maybe the dogs.
Somebody has a lot of feedback.
I'm silent.
Do you want me to let me move my phone? I don't know what else I got.
Do you have the television on, Nick?
Me negative.
I've got like 8 televisions on, but there's no sound.
Yeah, me either. What
do you have headphones, Nick?
Yeah, hold on. You know what? I remember that last time. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me know if this helps. Does that help at all?
Oh God, that's great.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess that's what it is. All right.
So that's all I'm saying here. Nick said that these dogs are providing a little bit of value. Yeah,
Let me lower this guy. Sorry about that.
all these fights are expected to not go the distance. So that's that information does conflict a little bit. I mean, I don't see any reason why that. I don't know. It looks like these things are set up to have the favorites come out, promote them, and get them going. So it is kind of interesting that. That about the dogs.
You know what I mean? I really was looking forward to the over-unders to be a little bit more playable today, but they're just not.
Yeah, I'm not seeing many as far as just, to go the distance is the only kind of prop that I'm seeing.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
A few
yeah. I wish they offered more props, but they just don't.
No, it's not going to happen. But, again, we are starting to get a few of them anyway.
Yep.
Ramon, did you bet the Minnesota Lynx game?
Yes, I'm on Chicago 3/4 of a unit, Minnesota over for 1 unit. And right now I'm heading for like 2 and 4 in those other games, so I'm not too happy about it. But I look at the points with the Sky tonight. Fade away.
Gotcha.
So,
come on, snap that choke on, homie.
Well, I guess I better put this on.
Yeah, Dylan's in top position. He almost had a choke. He's got him.
My camera is fucking up for the first time in like 2 weeks.
I've never seen it fuck up. It's a little blurry.
Yeah, that hasn't happened in like 2 weeks. All right. Well, so far the only play I've made is I'm on Sloane Stevens.
Sloane Stevens, yeah.
Washington up 25. Absolutely killing the LA Sparks right now. I don't know why I bet it, man. God damn it.
Oh, I thought the Sparks might win the game. I thought the Sparks could win the game.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, Federer won by 10 games last night. I bet the over. Why didn't I push on that? I bet him to win by 10, right? I took the tennis line. He won by 10. How come that's a loss?
I will check right now to see. I mean, I can only think that maybe you've read the score wrong, but
maybe.
I'd have to look that up.
I bet over 27 games as well, which was easy money. That hit easily. I didn't know what I was doing. I was literally blind betting.
Yeah, I would say, let's see. He won by 5, 9, 13. He won by 11 games, right?
I got him at 10.
And he won by 11 games, right?
I thought it said 10.
Yeah. Let's see. 5, 9, 11. Yeah, he only won by 9 games. 4-6, 6-1, 6-2, 6-4. So
okay.
Dropping that first set is what did it.
Yeah, that would have been easy money if it wasn't for that set, huh?
Well, typical Roger. I mean, it's not unprone to him to drop the first set, but he always will find a way to get it going. His fitness is incredible.
Yep. Oh, that's illegal. You can't do that. You just fucked your whole. And we might just get a win on a disqualification right now.
Might have to put the into this, huh?
Wow, he just kneed him as hard as he can. The guy had both knees on the ground, and after he kneed him, he put his hands on his head like, "What the fuck did I just do?" Ooh. See, that sucks because he's probably going to continue because he wants to get the contract. You know what I mean? He can't bitch out. But if you see that knee, Ramon?
I'm going to tune in here in just a second. You got me interested.
That's bad.
You know,
he's getting a point for sure, but that's bad.
Minnesota's got a guy on top of the first count.
Yeah, it's Slayer. That's a big foul.
Go with the lead walk. And then Nelson Cruz followed with a base hit now, and there's runners at first and third for the Twins quickly here against Giolito.
I hope this fight doesn't get stopped. It's a good fight.
Got some runs being scored so far in the games.
I'm not even on it. You guys have any baseball players? I got home late today. What do you want, Jay?
So far, just Sloane Stevens.
It's all about Sloane tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, I see her, being able to handle this Russian. The only question for me is whether she could win it maybe in straight sets. But just probably too much for Kalinskaya.
I could never bet that, RK. Not with how good they were in the first half last year. I won 9 weeks in a row back in Alabama in the first half. I understand it's Duke and they're tricky. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I definitely like Duke's chances to cover the full game.
Yeah, I think if they do, though, it's going to be a backdoor.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm all about that backdoor.
I should have known that was coming.
It's a neutral site game. That's not really a neutral site game. I would think Alabama's going to have the majority of the crowd. It's being played at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Alabama.
Yeah.
But the Alabama, they have a big time history of covering in their season openers too, covering 10 out of the last 11. And,
all right, so that's an even round because of the point taken.
Openers.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Wow, he dropped him in the first round. This is a weird round to judge, man. Lockhart dropped him. Buckled him. Guy fell back, and then he also got the point deducted. Yeah, I guess that's round one. Lockhart. I don't even know. Let me put this up. I haven't done my thing today.
I think the thing that I see really with Duke is that they have one of their biggest strengths is their secondary, and also Duke 23-6 against the spread against non-conference opponents over the last 5 or 6 years. And I think there's a lot of respect. I don't know if Saban's willing to get, go up by 5 touchdowns in the end against Cutcliffe.
Yeah, you could be right. Duke is a tricky team to lay that many points against. But
we're talking Alabama here. I think Quentin Harris will do fine. I'm not going to be able to replace Daniel Jones, but with Quentin Harris, you do have that running threat that Jones just didn't have.
They've been sitting with that national championship loss for a minute. They might look to really just beat the shit out of Duke.
I think it's going to be a great matchup with Alabama's wide receivers. I think they're all back, but again, Duke really is one of the best secondaries I think in the country. Daryl Revis's cousin is plays in that secondary, and he was injured some of the year.
Just doing my thing real quick, guys. Listen, they are. I was gonna take him. Joe, wasn't Joe Ranieri on that?
Joe was on the Mets, yeah. He thinks the Dodgers get back on track tonight with Bueller.
I'm gonna jump on that.
What do you think about that, Ramon?
Well, I think we're paying a little bit of tax. Opened at 167, now up to 190. So I think we've missed the best of it there. But I might be willing to go with. I prefer the Dodgers against my Padres tonight. Don't know, laying $2.
Yeah, I wouldn't be looking to lay $2 either. I agree there.
Yeah.
Melvin, what's up, buddy?
Maybe, right?
Where'd Max go?
Saban's gonna smash because he's saying that Bama is disrespected by being number 2. I mean, I get why they're number 2. I guess I would make Clemson the number 1 team in the nation. Are they? They're the number 1 team going in, right?
Clemson. They were the. If you.
Yeah.
I don't know what poll you might go with. If you go with the Ramon Scott poll, you're talking Clemson. If you're going with the AP top 25, you're going Clemson.
Yeah, I would probably make that.
I just want to say, if anybody go to gamingtoday.com, my top 25 is on that website. I've already had some people chime in on DMs telling me where I was wrong, and I don't mind that. I love it. I had Iowa State ranked a little bit below where I think a lot of handicappers do, and I'm rooting for Iowa State, man. I hope it all works out because the team looks great. Just want to see it happen. But
Iowa State, yeah, they're a juggernaut at Ames.
Yeah. So my top 25 is at gamingtoday.com, and also Gaming Today being distributed now through some of those sports books in New Jersey. You might see it there in some of the casinos. Just pick it up, and you'll see me right in there with some of the best handicapping writers in the nation. I'm just proud to be a part of it.
There you go. What's it called?
Gaming Today and gamingtoday.com. It's a 40-year-old publication that I've been a part of for the better part of, I wrote for them a long time ago, back when it was called Sports Forum, and then it became Gaming Today, and I kind of lost contact with those guys, and I've been back with them now for, about 7 years or so.
Everybody, everybody check that out.
That Marcus Veers character, you don't know who he is?
No.
He was trolling like a sumbitch.
Why? Trolling who? What? I don't even get it.
Remember the thing I did with SBR? Over the weekend?
Remember the thing I did with SBR?
Well, the thing I just did for SBR Saturday morning.
Florida, the segment.
Oh, yeah.
I love that whole week.
Thank you. Somebody came in and was like, just, talking shit, you know what I mean? And when you click on his name, right?
You're going to get a ton of those.
I know.
How do you have time for your haters?
No, it was. I know. I actually hate, haters, viewers. It's viewers, right? But what I was at, because when you click on his name, it brings you to Odds Market, a bunch of videos of you and Jay. It's fucking creepy.
Of me and Jay. I am Jay.
I mean, sorry. Excuse me. You and Dave. Sorry. You and Dave.
He's a writer for Odds Market, you're saying?
I don't know. I just know when you click on like his if you were to go on like the YouTube and if you type in SBR UFC China, it will come up. You just click on that, you go to comments, go straight down, you'll see Marcus Veer's comment and and just click, you click on it. It'll bring you
like why? Because he liked
USF China YouTube.
Yeah.
He liked our videos.
I guess, but it's all you guys. I don't know how that works really. That's all I was
going to
ask you.
Looking at his liked videos or something. I mean,
Yeah,
He
it's
might be,
probably the videos that he's liked. Yeah.
So he trolled it, but he liked
yeah, he was like, "You guys have no chemistry. Is it the first time you've ever done this?" Or something? I'm like, you know, he hit the nail on the hammer. It was the first time me and Analyst ever met. You know what I mean?
I have. I've never heard of that guy.
No.
I've never even seen that name on Wednesdays in the odds market chat when Dave and I do our segment. I've never even seen that name before.
Yeah, I figured it was a troll. I mean, he has 6 subscribers, which is none, obviously, but he had a bunch of all those videos. I was like, is he part of odds market? You know what I mean? I don't know if he was.
I don't even know what I'm looking up anymore.
Yeah, I'll find that out for sure.
I don't have time to
see if
look at my own trolls, much less somebody else. I'm gonna myself just for the notoriety.
Yeah, I mean, we got people trying to sell plays in this chat now, bro.
I mean, dude, yes, I cannot believe they get you touched on that. This guy, I mean, I mean, he went as, you know, he's calling Max a Jew, this, that. I mean, it's just like, dude, how unprofessional. It got to a point where, you know, I know I can be unprofessional and shit like that, but that's fucking like odds market's gonna want you to be a fan, or if you're like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, are you serious? Or Cappers Direct? What were they? Cappers Direct? Not Odds Dark. Excuse me, Capper Direct. What are they called?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk about them here. I mean, I can answer all your questions about every freaking person on YouTube.
It's annoying.
If you want.
That guy was just too much.
You want me to talk about Kyle Johnson for the next 20 minutes?
Jay, you blew up on him like a fucking bomb, though. That was great.
Once we move over to SBR, they're going to be flying out of the woodwork, bro. You just got to disregard them
today. Did anybody watch Minty Bets hosting those Wager Talk videos? You guys want to talk about that?
What happened?
No, I'm just saying. What you guys want to talk about other people's?
No.
YouTube's. I'm down with it, but I don't know if that's a home run for the Cubs right there.
Really?
That's not.
Someone's against the Cubbies tonight. I think it's Joe.
Joe was on the Mets, I think.
Typical fucking Mets.
I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, I'm on Cubs and Oakland. I don't want to. I try not to get in any of our guys' way. That's why Jay's like, "Hey, just spew out your plays." I got too many plays. But soon I'm going to be broke. I'm going to be able to afford my internet.
Oakland up 1-0 against Kansas City. Did you bet that game, Ramon?
Of course I did. And this time I learned my lesson from last night. And I laid the big chalk with the A's. After getting my hat handed to me last night, Royals 23.
Milwaukee up 1-0.
Score was
the Cards. Pirates down 3-2 right now against the Phillies.
What a fight!
No score.
Phillies and under.
Who did you take in the Houston game?
Houston and under.
Okay. Wow, that's 6.5 right now. Verlander, that'll do it.
Oh, he's Lockhart's fucked. He's gonna choke. He tapped.
Typical Mets down 2-1 now. Here come the Cubbies.
Dylan Lockhart lost. Wow. Good fight though. He won the first round, lost the second, was winning the third.
And it went to decision?
No, it didn't, and it almost did.
Okay.
But that's what I was getting ready to say when I almost interrupted Jay. I was like, guess what? You know what I mean? We're about to see our first decision. 10 seconds later, 30 seconds later, he chokes him out. That was a good fight, though.
I want to join you with these fights, my brother, and I have, I don't know. I've got my 8 games on over there, and I've got a couple of computers here sitting on my desk. The one computer now, I'm a little challenged. I'm talking it up like I've got this great setup. The computer that I was setting up to put these fights on is now an old PC that's attempting repairs. So I'm being screwed by technology.
One of my computers. It's weird you fucking just said that. Oh, no, I kicked the plug out. Son of a bitch. Both these guys are good.
You ordered 5 TVs off of Amazon, all the same size, Jay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I ordered 4 35-inch Samsungs.
Oh man.
And because the wall is only like 6 feet from me, so I didn't really need anything bigger than 35 inches. So I got 4 of them. They were $550, I think, for 4 of them.
Yeah,
That's a good deal. Wow.
Yeah. And plus the television I already have in here, so I'll have 5.
Do your eyes ever hurt from staring so long at the computer?
Nah, not really.
Mine do. I get these like sores sometimes in the corner of my eye because my eyes dry out. Well, for other reasons always. But yeah. Yeah, let me tell you something, Jay. I fucking said it like to Goji like 15 times on the trip. I was like, fuck, I wish Jay was here on this. It was fucking.
Yeah, I would have loved to go down there to hang out with you guys, man.
I know. Ramon, you would have had a fucking ball too.
I don't know if I could hang with those guys, man.
Honestly, I know what you're saying. It's not like it's actually everything's real professional. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're up, late night stuff like that. I'm gonna tell you something. Jimmy gets up bright early in the morning, bright eyed and bushy tailed, gets on his thing. I stayed on Sunday night. I stayed in his room because I actually was only the first one on site. Only like 1 or 2 people showing up on Sunday. So I drove my car up there on Sunday. Took me an hour and a half because I got wrong direction like 15 times on a 35-minute trip. I got home in like 38 minutes. But I spent the first night in his room, and yeah, we had fun. We didn't get too crazy. We were up to like 1 o'clock. You know what I mean? But he was up bright and early capping. He was just in his. I woke up. I turned over. He's just in his bed, Indian style, just fucking eyes glued to that freaking.
Did you stay at the hotel all week?
So I stayed Sunday night in Jimmy's room. I was too drunk to drive. He wouldn't let me drive. And then I went home. I took Monday off all Monday. I just chilled there Monday at the resort. Went back home, and then I drove back. I did the smart thing and took a Lyft for $25. So it was like $50 a night to park. So it makes no sense to drive. So I took an Uber up there on Friday morning, and just Friday night, Saturday night. I was gonna stay Sunday night with Goji and Ian, which is Bobano, and also Almac. And I should have, because when I got home, Jay, my fucking air conditioning was broken. I live in South Florida. It was 90 degrees in my room on the second floor at nighttime. I should have just stayed the night and went to work that morning and just stayed in Goji's room.
Jay, I don't know if you remember this. I think you might remember this. I just want to let Fat Fist know that, do you remember, Jay, when I sat here with you one night and I said, Jay, look at this tweet that just came across. Jimmy has just greeted Fat Fist. There was a tweet with a picture, and he was like the first arrival there at the hotel with Jimmy and posted that tweet. I saw it. It
was actually funny because I was walking up to he texted me. He said he's here, and I was parking my car on the second level, and I didn't know where I was going, so I just started making my way towards the front of the hotel. It looks like a fucking palace, and it's funny. I don't know if you ever watched that episode of him going to Costa Rica, like when he was first getting hired or whatever, when they did that little skit, when he was like walking with his broken suitcase down the street. It was identical to that. He was at the top of the stairs with his 2 suitcases, just looking around. And I knew it was him. I walk up and kind of went behind him and whatnot, just tapped him on the shoulder. I'm like, "What's up, brother?" And that's when that whole thing went down. He knows that he puts that on quick. Dude, he went from 0 to 100 quick. He's like, "Yo, let's do it." He took Sophia, who just left the company. He's like, "Sophia, let's get this." Put the camera on real quick, and he did that thing real fast.
I do remember those, and I remember him standing out over his balcony in BC, ready to depart for Costa Rica. I go way back with all this stuff.
Sophia's gone, huh?
Yeah, man. And she was upset too. She came down like all right. So the last night, Saturday night, it was epic. There was like 25 of us on the beach from like 12:30 to like 4 in the morning. And Sophia comes down, I want to say like around 2. And she brings these, like Goji was telling you, these bottles of like vodka, this Costa Rican vodka. And I thought it looks like wine coolers, a little bit taller. So that's what I thought it was. We were running out of alcohol. I'm like, all right, straight. I grabbed one of those bad boys, opened that up, and took a sip. I almost puked right then and there. Those things were so strong. Guapo is what it's called. And yeah, man. I mean, everybody. I guess Parley Poppy had a freaking a flight at 5:30 in the morning, so we just decided to stay up with him and drink until we had to go. But yeah, that shit was epic. Sophia, though, she was really sad to go. I'm not sure why it happened or what, or that wasn't really discussed or whatnot, but I know for a fact that she was sad. So cool chick though.
I
need to get my chat open,
Mets
guys. I
have
apologize.
a better bullpen than the Cubs. I'm not sure about that. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, but we're a little bit in doubt right now with this first 5, I think, right? Or did it go to the top of the 6th? Where's that game?
This guy is huge, dude.
Runner on here. Wow. Nobody out, bottom of the 5th, down 2-1. Yu Darvish gives up a walk.
I think this guy Soul is going to get it done in the first round. He's cool. He's fast for his size. So you see more footage right now on the Contender Series than you can almost find on the internet on these guys. Hey, Andrade, I know you can't say anything. Well, you got to do the article first. Are you doing an article this week?
Yeah,
as usual.
Yeah, I gotta write one tonight and tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay. And
I'll be watching that show, Jay. I stay up all night, really, on a lot of Friday nights. I don't know when I'm going to get any sleep.
How are you going to do that, Jay? You're going to say,
yeah, Friday morning I'll be on with Joe, and then tomorrow afternoon I'll be on with Dave on Odds Market. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have no show on Friday night, basically.
So wait, it's 3 a.m. Saturday morning, right? It's not Sunday morning. It's basically Friday night at 3 a.m., right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's 3 a.m. Saturday morning.
Exactly.
Time. Midnight for me.
Okay. I almost missed a card one time, buddy.
I'll watch.
I'll start then.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, you'd be too tired if you start a show at 7 o'clock, bro.
That's right. When I get home from the TV and from the football games, I'll be watching because I'll be working.
Rich G, I'm gonna get those
because then I
have
have to. Then I have to sleep a couple hours and come right back on for college football all Saturday. So, so
it's going
to be a bear.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
you drink energy drinks, right? I see you drinking them every once in a while. I think that's what it is, right?
Way too much fucking Monster.
Yeah, should be fucking sponsored. Shit, Monster, you hearing that? He drinks way too much Monster. I drink too much beer, so Miller Lite, right? Well, shit, I'm drinking Bud Light right now. Ugh. Hey, honestly, do you think the Patriots have a chance of not making the playoffs this year? I actually want to bet against my Patriots.
The Patriots, I don't know. I don't know what to think about.
Yeah. Me either.
I don't know what to think about the Pats until they lose.
Yeah, I know it's hard. Trust me, I get harassed everywhere I go. Every bar I go, they think I'm a bandwagon fan. I'm from Boston. I mean, my parents fucking diehard fans. You just grow up that way. But like I said, there's every dog has his day. I mean, Brady did sign for 2 more a year. You know what I mean? But Gronk's gone. That's a huge, huge part of the team right there. Well, not just when it comes to what he does on the field, just his heart. I feel like he's just like part of that chemistry. We'll see. Who did we pick up? What tight end did we pick up? You know better than I do.
What?
Who's the guy that replaced Gronkowski? He's pretty decent, right? Ramon, you know, right?
I'll check right now and see what I got.
It's tip my fucking tongue. Right when it pops up, you'll.
Well, right now they've got guys who are on the suspended list, but they also have Matt Lacoste.
I know Ben Watson, right? Benjamin Watson.
Suspended currently.
Yeah, I think it's. I think that's who it is.
Are serving suspensions. Steven Anderson, but Matt Lacoste is a number 1 tight end currently. Ryan Izzo at number 2, Andrew Beck and Anderson number 3s, and James Devlin at number 4.
Devlin. We still have Devlin?
He's listed right now as a 4th string on one side.
Wow. He's a white boy, right?
Yeah, he's dealing with 2 guys on suspension, so they're going pretty thin. Right now I would guess, and just trying to make sure they have the bodies.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Now you said they're suspension. They're suspended. You said. What does that mean?
Yeah, 2 players are listed as suspended. That means they're for serving a league-imposed suspension.
Steroids or just stupid shit?
I don't know. Players, I'll look it up for you.
I'd like to know. Fuck, where's my light? Oh. You're a diehard Jet fan, right?
Minnesota Lynx up 46-37.
Oh, go ahead.
Wait, you say something about Watson?
Yeah, Watson is serving a 4-game suspension for
is that? I think that's what he's a tight end, right?
Yeah, he's a tight end.
That's the guy I'm talking about. Okay, Watson.
He's been around for probably over 10 years at least. He's a real veteran player. So he's been with the Patriots, but again, 4-game suspension is going to obviously make their roster a little bit thin. Maybe that's why they're reaching down to have those extra players.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Watson, 39 years old now.
What time is it in England at 3 o'clock? Dave's going to love that shit.
It's a 5-hour difference from where Jay's at.
I'm East Coast as well. Okay. Oh, wow. That's perfect for him. That's like 8 a.m. That's a nice coffee. Coffee and a cigarette.
You're on the Chicago Sky, Ramon?
Yeah, how many are they losing by? A dozen? 20?
They're down 9. What did you like about them?
Give you my handicap here.
Thank you, Rich. I guess there's anti-glasses you can wear, anti-glare glasses that you can wear that doesn't make your eyes hurt. Rich said.
I graded the Lynx out at -1.5. I took Chicago at +3.5.
Yeah, I mean, they've been better this year, Chicago. I think they've won 18-29. But I figured the Lynx was the play at home. Another fucking game I didn't bet, man.
I do show the Sharps outnumbering on Minnesota by about a 2-to-1 ratio. The Sharps are certainly on Minnesota tonight. Some of those groups haven't done too well in the WNBA, but they're going to have a winner tonight, it looks like. Also, my heavier play was on the over. I got it at 168. I wasn't too happy with that, so I had to taper it back a little bit. I would have preferred to go over 166.5, but I still went over 168.
Ski Profit, I've been tailing for a little bit here. He's solid.
Anything?
Yeah, I chill with him for a minute too. Him and DJ Big Boss. Let me tell you something. Woo, they can party too.
Yeah, I don't know who. I think he might have been on the Lynx too, actually.
I'll check.
Yeah.
See if he had anything public. Remember, he's a paid capper now, so probably not.
I didn't know that.
Top plays. Yeah, he's with Wager Talk.
So, but he still does SBR though.
I don't think
Sean.
Go ahead, Jay.
Sean liked this guy, Steve Johnson, +1.5 sets tonight. He thought that was the best play on the board. He thought that he would win a set tonight.
Is that still? It hasn't started, right?
No, it hasn't started.
I'm gonna bet it then because I want some action. What was it, Jay, again?
I think it was Steve Johnson plus 1.5 sets.
Steve Johnson.
Von Polo says, I'm actually on the Minnesota Lynx. I didn't know you were on the Chicago Sky. Yeah, Ramon was. I like the Lynx. I agreed with you, Polo, but I didn't bet it, obviously, and they're winning. Mystics are going to win by 40. I didn't bet it. It's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, I see the Johnson match you're talking about right here. He says, I don't know how to bet tennis that well. Spreads 4, I guess. And he says, what was the actual bet?
Plus 1.5 sets, plus 102.
Plus 1.5 sets. My progress.
Dave is on WNBA Suns first quarter. Yeah, I didn't know what to make about the Suns Storm game. The Suns have not played as well as they did in the beginning of the year. I mean, they have won 7 out of their last 10, I think. But I don't know. I was more impressed with Connecticut the first half of the season than I have been so far. And the Storm are doing really well considering that they don't have Sue Bird and they don't have Stewart. I mean, they're a game over 500. They're only 4-6 in their last 10 games. So Connecticut makes sense to me. If I had to take a side, it would probably be Minnesota. But I think Connecticut is on the road. Am I right?
Yeah, Connecticut is on the road, and I think the interesting
they're 14-1 they're 14-1 at home. They're 6-8 on the road, and we know how good Seattle is at home. They're 10-5 at home, 5-9 on the road. Home court seems to mean a lot in the WNBA.
You know, Connecticut opened -1, -123 at Pinnacle, and now we're seeing Seattle, the 2-point favorite.
No contest in this last fight. Eye poke in the first round, Jay, with these big guys. The guy said that was going to win in the first round. He was taking it to him. He got a little bit of an eye poke, and he took that way out.
I honestly don't even watch a Contender series if I'm being dead honest. I don't even watch it.
I love it because it's just simply you get to see the up and comers, but most of all, they're exciting fights. Except for this one, but
yeah, we're setting up these knockouts today.
Yeah, exactly. They're going for that. They're going for the gold.
Nice.
Washington, Bit's here. Bit.
Perfect.
I dropped a big nut on Sloane Stephens tonight, Bit.
I dropped a big nut.
tell me you think she's gonna win, bro. D Money says Nats money line. They're down right now 2-0. What's the line?
I'm going to right now.
They're only plus 135.
Yeah, that's not enough, right?
They're only plus 135, D, and they're down 2 runs, and it's the 6th inning. I probably don't like that play.
What is it like minus 210 other way?
Minus $2.
Why isn't? I mean,
man, Minnesota. Jesus Christ. That total, that over is not looking great in Minnesota. I didn't bet it, but they're up 2-0 right now on the White Sox. I know Ant was on the Twins, I think.
He was, huh?
I think so. I could be wrong, but I thought I heard him say that. I don't know. I only caught the last 10 minutes of the show, but I thought so.
Okay.
Cubbies are up 4-1. Jesus.
Jay, what are the odds you can get on the Washington Mystics to win? The chip? Plus 130. Deservedly so, too. They're the best team, I think, this year. Head and shoulders above everybody else. I think at the beginning of the year, they were like somewhere around 3-1 to win it all. I know Las Vegas was the money line favorite preseason.
A plus 200 Nationals now. Is that playable?
I mean, I don't know. There's only a couple innings left.
I know.
What were you on, Ramon, in the Washington game?
Bad news. Orioles and over.
That's good for
Well,
you.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
You're
Washington and over.
Washington.
A big chalk. I mean, I could, they're laying like $3.
Oh, you were laying 300?
The line was minus 315 or so.
Well, I hope they come back. It's baseball. All you need is one on and one up.
Oh, I mean, there's, 15 games.
Oh, Pirates, Phillies.
Bama is starting their fourth string running back. The sad news is their fourth string running back can probably start on like every team in the nation.
Really?
But like maybe like 10. They get the best. Their recruiting classes are fucking ridiculous.
What do they do that?
Everybody knows if they go to Bama and shine, they're automatically getting drafted.
I mean, he's gonna get playing time in fourth string. I mean, well, after some people graduate.
I guess people are hurt.
Well, like I said, I think the matchup is Alabama's great wide receivers against the awesome Duke secondary.
Yeah. I was supposed to play for Air Force baseball until I blew my knee out and started partying too much. That's where my scholarship was.
Nadal's up 6-3, 6-2, and 1-0 in the third. This looks like a straight set clobbering. Cincinnati is tied 3-3. Runners at second and third with 2 outs right now.
Okay.
Wow. Jays are up 2-0. Braves are plus 400. But again, there's only a couple innings
left. Cincinnati takes the lead. They got in 4-3.
Well, that over's going to get there real quick. I'm almost home. One more run.
Oh, you got the over in that game, Ramon?
Yep.
Nice.
Remember, Nick, I'm on every game, man. I'm living in poverty, man.
Oh, man. I don't think so. Hey, Ramon, remember we did that late night sesh after the KegCast? I think it was me, you, and then I think it was Tyler, and then one other guy for like 20 minutes.
I appreciated those. Yeah, we did like a couple of them. Maybe it was 3 even. But,
yeah.
By the time everyone wraps it up, I mean, everybody feels like Jay.
Yeah. Jay, I don't know how you do it, dude. Seriously.
I just have to move on because I've got other things going on, but I'm still watching all the games, certainly. Click my big get to 7 on their own.
5-3 Reds.
5-3 Reds. Mark it down. That's
yep.
Oh, I knew that like 2 minutes ago. It was on my screen. What was it, over 7.5 in that game?
5-3. Well, Kurt Casale just singled to left center. Jose Iglesias scored, and Suarez scores. 5-3 Reds. Is that what you got? Okay.
Wait, that was the opening over-under was 7.5?
The total's 11, and I think that it probably goes over. It's in the 5th inning.
I have 11.5. You got 11 right now? Damn.
If you want high volume in a roller coaster ride, you're going to ride with Ramon on the Sports Keg.
I almost spit my beer out.
If you want the big bombs, the big bombs are.
What did you
We got
What did you think about the total in the Rockies game, Ramon? They averaged 13, right, in Coors Field. That's the average.
Yeah,
it was 13 and a half, I think.
Third of a unit on the over. That one's been underway now for a few minutes, huh? Boston does have a run.
Oh, excuse me.
You're in the bottom of the first. I'm on Boston, 3/4 of a unit, third of a unit on the over. Boston.
My Red Sox make me sick.
JJ sent me a message. He's going to come on next Tuesday or Wednesday, so I'll lock that down with him. So that's cool. And he's going to become more of a regular part of the show once we move over to SBR.
Does JJ do MMA as well?
No.
I love it when he turn on his videos though, and he pretty much calls him a loser. What is he?
He's killer at baseball, man. And football too.
Word. I can't wait. That's what I like about all this shit. You know what I mean? Everybody's got their little niches, and 1,000 heads, you know, I don't know, a lot smarter than one, I can tell you that much.
Minnesota's up 2-0. This over doesn't look great at sitting at 8.5 right now. But I think Ant took Minnesota full game money line. So that looks solid so far. Oakland up 2-0 against Kansas City.
All right.
Has Ant been he's been busy lately, huh? I haven't seen him on as much.
Well, he's got a sports book to go to. He might be going there every day, Jay. Okay, congratulations to Oregon. They're the next state. They're the state that today wagered. Congratulations, Oregon sports betting. Wow.
Do you think that would bring SBR over to the States now that everything's starting to get legalized? Because he told me it's actually just as expensive there, but people don't make as much money. You know what I mean? So it's actually it's harder to live.
I assume probably not until the majority of the states at least are legal. Flick, that's nice. You're on the Twins too. Couldn't lay off that price even against Giolito. I'm on the Yanks full game too. There you go.
I don't know anything about this industry other than from an observer standpoint, but I'm a pretty heavy observer. And SBR, you know, we talk about it being a big company. It's big, but it's not that big. It's still pretty big. But I believe that most of SBR's revenue is generated from offshore sports books. So until they, include or somehow start interacting with U.S.-based sports books, I don't think they would. But I do think
right, because that's a huge part of sponsorship is all those offshore books.
Yeah.
So I would think they're going to stay exactly where they are.
I know it's the timing is just so tough. He has to get up so early. You know what I mean? It's just he loved it down here in East Coast. The timing. You know what I mean? It was.
Well, I'm sure when you get used to it, you're good.
Yeah. Eric Rosa wants to know about I don't think Fury loses this weekend.
I have no. Is that boxing? I have no opinion.
Tyson Fury and it's Povetkin. Is that what are you talking about, Eric?
Yeah, but there are multiple U.S. sports books now. You got Sugar House, DraftKings, and FanDuel.
Yeah.
MGM Play.
Yeah.
You can bet now in New Jersey.
William Hill.
Yeah, but that's not based in. William Hill's not based in the States, though. I don't think.
It doesn't. It sounds
I
like
think
England.
they're.
You are able to wager with them.
I would think they're based
UK.
out of where Dave is in England.
Yeah. It sounds like William Hill. It's an English name.
They certainly are available in New Jersey. I mean, they have an app for New Jersey players.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they do.
But also a PointsBet. Borgata has a app also now. BetStars, which is owned by PokerStars.
I used to love PokerStars. That's my gambling start into my life.
I mean, there's just a ton of them. I'm just an observer, but
Costa Rica has sports books way before any of those. Those are for, of course. Obviously, it was illegal in the United States. But I'm just saying there are U.S.-based sports books now.
Yep.
My buddy always calls me right before every weekend he goes to Pennsylvania and he lives in Jersey. I guess right before he crosses over a bridge or something like that, he calls me because once he crosses over that bridge and I guess the IP address changes, he can't make his bets.
There's actually, you'd have to go on Twitter to see this, but there's actually like this place that people are kind of congregating right across the border. There's like a lot, and they're starting to see more and more of it, of cars going there, just parking and
really
bets.
Get the
and then
that down.
Happening at other parts of the border where this kind of area sits. But
that's awesome.
It's real bizarre.
This Asian kid is beating the shit out of this guy.
Or I need to put the pictures like that, stuff like that in there.
Knock on wood.
Oh man,
Houston's got
definitely
a couple of men on.
It's gonna be an early night tonight because I got a lot of shit I have to do tonight.
Understandably so.
Yeah, I'm doing a show myself here. One of my shows, Jay.
That's great, man.
One of my prep shows. And I'm not going off any gambling shows.
Okay.
Tonight I do my predictions for the week. It's probably my most popular show that I've been doing over the last couple of years, predicting the scores of the high school games locally. People really like that.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty tough to predict too. High school games?
No, it's not. It's
really?
Yes. Yeah. The lower the ranks you get in almost any kind of sport, the easier it is to predict, really, because the talent disparity is so much more noticeable.
In high school, they run the ball a lot too, right?
Yeah, but not like they used to. I mean, the advent of 7-on-7 really has kind of opened things up a little bit. Scores are flying. I covered a game last year, a playoff game, and granted, we're talking about different levels and skill sets. This was in like a Division 4 of a 6-division system out here, but I covered a game last year where the final score was 75-58, highest scoring game in section history. Kid threw 7.
No shit. Wow, no defense, huh?
Yeah, kid threw 7 touchdowns, 5 to one particular player.
I'm surprised that in your area you don't have teams that are nationally ranked. I think there are 2 high school teams around me that are always in the top 25 nationally: Bergen Catholic and Don Bosco Prep.
Sure. Yeah, you can see they'll be on national TV a couple times throughout the year. But yeah, all the really powerhouse teams nationally are north of here, in Orange County and Los Angeles, mostly in Orange County. But we got right now in our county just I think 2 maybe in the state top 25. Also, right now, Cleveland runners at first and second. 1 out.
I'm talking about New Jersey high school football.
Jersey. That was actually a discussion between Jersey, New York, Boston, and Philly accents this weekend.
Sure, John. Bishop Gorman, no doubt. I think Bishop Gorman's going to be. I think this year Bishop Gorman's playing an interesting game with St. Louis High School of Hawaii. Don't quote me on that, but that seems like an interesting game. Atlanta's got a couple of men on here in the top of the seventh with one out. Down 2-0 still. Talked about some runs early on, but now things have really started to slow down. Bases loaded now for Cleveland in the top of the sixth. They're ahead 4-1.
All right. This iPad is dope. That iPad forever. I haven't used it. I hate Apple. You guys have iPhones?
Yeah.
I just got that new Samsung S10 or some shit. I'm just not good with iPhones.
I had two of them.
You know what? I wouldn't doubt that. Yeah, Yo definitely won that round for sure. He almost broke his arm off. I can't believe he didn't tap.
My high school used to play against both Bergen Catholic, and then I think they changed the divisions, and then we started playing Don Bosco. It was Bergen Catholic, though, for a long time.
What was it? What was that name of that school?
Bergen Catholic.
How's it ring a bell? I have a buddy my buddy's from Jersey.
Tigers got out with a double play, and they still trail 4-1, but the Indians failed to add any runs with that bases loaded situation.
We've had a lot of really good NFL players from high schools in Jersey.
Oh, yeah? Ulysses wants to know what high school he went to.
The middle linebacker for the Houston Texans, I think, played at Bergen Catholic. Bloomfield. I forget his name. Who was the middle linebacker for the Texans that constantly gets hurt?
Clowney?
No, he's an end.
I mean,
Cushing, thank you.
Brian Cushing.
Asian kid is a gas.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. He went to a New Jersey high school. I think he went to Bergen Catholic.
Royals got two men on here, one out. Bottom of
all the Sims kids, Phil Sims' sons, they all went to high schools in Jersey. Ramapo and I think one other one.
I actually think this fight's going to go in the distance, Ramon. It's in the second round with 2 minutes left, but just the pace of it.
FanDuel is not even a sports book. They're a daily fantasy site that added a sports. Well, I mean, they're a sports book now. They have a sports book.
They've been they've been totally interested in sports book. You know who else? I'm looking at the list here of notable alumni from that high school. How about Bob Papa?
Bob Papa, yeah.
How about that?
He's the radio voice of the New York Giants over here.
Long-time radio voice. A great announcer.
Have I ever heard who? Carlo Ward? I have not. I have not, my friend. She like a really good basketball player. I wish FanDuel Sportsbook was in Canada. That app is awesome. Yeah, the lines are soft as fuck too.
I know. I always want to. One day.
I really hope that FanDuel. I hope that it's not going to be a national pool and it's state by state, man. That's the only thing that worries me about more legalization as they expand.
One day I was in the chat and you were reading off some really juicy lines from FanDuel, and I typed in the chat. I said, "Boy, I think I should move to New Jersey." And you retorted, "Well, why? You've got sports books out there, Ramon. You're just a plane ride from Las Vegas and a drive to Tijuana." And I'm like, I just want FanDuel.
Yeah, I want FanDuel too. I'm not. They have the best.
I think.
In my opinion,
I think the New Jersey handle has now support. It's surpassed sports betting in Vegas. I think.
you can. I like how you can live bet in FanDuel. That's the best thing.
I think more money gets wagered in New Jersey on sports now than Vegas. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 80% sure.
Yeah, what it was, Jay, was one of the recent reports from the commissions show that handle for a particular month. I want to say it was June, had a larger handle in New Jersey than in Nevada. The expectation just is that, the population center that it is and the advent of the apps, it just makes it should happen. It was in May, New Jersey had $318 million in handle, 15.5 in revenue.
Okay.
By the same token, Nevada had in that month $317 million in handle, 11.6 in revenue. So New Jersey made more money than Nevada, percentage-wise and overall. New Jersey sportsbooks revenue, 15 million. Now, granted, I think we're seeing the New Jersey sportsbooks in general seem to have a larger straddle on a lot of bets. And I think even I would say gambling experts have noted that even though you talked about some attractive lines that we've seen here, but there has been some ribbing from the media about some of the straddles on some ridiculous lines. Maybe that was early on, but still, they have a revenue of 15.5 million in May on a 318 million handle, while Nevada 11.6 million on a $317 million handle. So the handles were almost the same, but the revenue was much, much higher.
Wow. I would
weird.
I would assume that New Jersey number is going to go down a lot once you could bet on sports in New York, right?
I don't know. I don't think that many people are able to do that little thing where they're talking about crossing the border there. I think once New York opens it, but again, they're just, whatever's going on there is just ridiculous. With that whole situation, with New York not approving the apps. They're just going to be left behind at this point. That's too bad.
Do you think every state will end up legalizing, or do you think there will be some states that don't give out?
State, but except Utah and Nevada. On Hawaii.
Utah
and Hawaii. I think every state except Utah and Hawaii will eventually, but we're still looking at years down the road.
Yeah. once every state starts seeing how much money it brings in, I mean, they already see it.
Yeah, and some of those newer states are kind of saying maybe it's not what we made it out to be. But I think, companies, once they get in there, I think that, the genie's out of the bottle. I don't think they can turn back, especially, hey, I don't want to bring in Ant's not here. We can't talk, party politics.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, regulations are getting loosened and business is taking place. Our little niche of sports betting is interesting comparatively to other businesses, especially since there's such a stigma attached to it. But I don't know. You got weed, you got gambling. What's happening?
Yes, sir. It's a good thing.
So that's going to be something for people to decide, come next year.
I thought it was incredible that Nebraska doesn't even have a casino. That's crazy to me. Looks like the Mets are going to get beat, huh? Down 4-1. Chicago, top of the 7th right now. Mets got 9 outs left to get the job done there. Milwaukee, St. Louis tied at 1 in the 6th. Houston up 2-0 in the 4th. Oakland up 2-0, bottom of the 3rd. Bottom of the 2nd inning in Colorado. Boston's up 2-0. They got a long way to go to hit that over 13.5.
Get that on.
Rich says Cubs pen is terrible. I wouldn't count the Mets out yet. Yeah, I mean, in all fairness, the Mets bullpen has been garbage this year too, Rich. You know that. Maybe they've been playing better lately.
Certainly have a situation going right now in Toronto. No, they just got out of it, looks like. They had bases loaded, but did not score. That was Atlanta at the plate. So Toronto's coming up now, leading 2-1 in that game, as you mentioned.
If that takedown wins this guy this fight, that's horseshit. Sorry.
And the finals have rolled in. In the WNBA was Phoenix, 95-82. Easily covering that 6 points, goes way over the 160.
Great fight.
Indiana closed out Las Vegas 86-71.
You know what, Tim? I don't know, to be honest with you. It's one of the sports books I haven't really used in New Jersey. I hear a lot of people talking about the NFL contest, though. Jimmy just sent me a message that said he's got something that he has to do tomorrow, so he won't be on the Late Show on SBR,
really?
or he won't be able to make our show tomorrow. But I told him no worries. He's generous with his time. He's always here on Wednesdays when he can be. So
1,000%.
Next week, Jimmy will be back with us.
He's tired, bro. I could tell that we did a lot of partying, but he's probably got other, shitloads of obligations he's doing up there as well.
Phillies and the Pirates tied at 4 in the 7th inning right now. Pirates plus 140 on the money line right now. What's up, Edge?
He won the fight 100%.
What's going on?
How are you, brother?
Oh, chilling. What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Good. What's up, brother?
What's up, Ramon? Oh, not too much. Just getting home.
What's going on?
Just won that guy the fight. Unbelievable.
What's going on in the wonderful
world of baseball
state of California?
Actually went to get a Popeye's chicken sandwich today. And
because of the big thing on Twitter everybody's talking about?
Exactly. Yeah, I went to the one, Ramon, in college, up by college, by San Diego State.
I bet there was a huge line.
It was insane. There was 12 cars in line, moving slow as fuck. Like, I've never seen a drive-through, especially Popeyes of all places, move this slow.
This is one of the parked. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I parked and I went inside, and there's like 30 people in Popeyes wrapped around in a snake, you know. And I'm like, fuck this, you know. I'm out of here. So I got back in my car. I'm like, all right, I drove up here to college. You know, I'll just sit here in the drive-through. 5 minutes. The cars only move one car. I mean, they literally they don't want to serve people. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm out of here. I'll just, you know, find the whole Popeye's chicken sandwich thing when the whole rush slows down. So, and the last thing I'll say, a car in front of me, the guy's all, hey man, the guy walked out. He's like, hey, did they still have chicken sandwiches? He's like, yeah, they do. And the guy's waiting in the drive-thru, asking the guy walking out that went in and got it inside the store and shit. I'll just wait for that to slow down, you know.
Yeah,
you guys have Chick-fil-A down there?
Obviously, just going nuts for right now.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A is good. I kind of burnt out on a little bit.
Yeah.
I just got a Popeye's chicken sandwich. I'm about to eat it right now. That's crazy that you mentioned it.
Well, it's not crazy.
Cool.
I mean, it's just a huge, you know, Twitter thing right now with the Popeye's chicken sandwiches. Everyone's going crazy for them. Everyone's going to get them. It's just it's a big deal today. It's a big thing. It's an event.
Oh, Dave was on the opposite of Choi, I guess, huh?
Who?
Dave Betts. He was on the other guy that just the guy that just beat Choi, the Asian dude.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't even look at the UFC Tuesday night Contender series. I just never bet it ever.
Yeah, it's in the chat.
That's why we have Nick giving us the lowdown.
Well, I lost that fight. Good fight though. Great fight. But I guess Dave was on the other side of that one, right, Dave?
Did you guys hear about William Hill? A guy placed a $30,000 two-team parlay on the two favorites in the first round to win the U.S. Open. Paid $472. I actually tweeted that to you, Jay. I don't know if you saw it about half an hour ago. I sent that tweet to you from William Hill.
What
William
was it?
Hill, they took a $30,000 two-team parlay on the favorites at the U.S. Open. The guy won $472 on a $30,000. I sent you the tweets from William Hill. Yeah, it's insane.
Wait.
I just sent you like a half an hour ago the tweet.
Wow.
He risked that much money?
Yeah, Fat Fish. Yeah, he bet $30,000 to win $472. He bet on the first round favorites at the U.S. Open, the two first round faves. I mean, that's insane. It's just
they might have been, but I imagine they were the most overwhelming of favorites. There were a couple of matches where some of the players were minus 10,000 or so.
That's still crazy, though, right?
Yeah, I'll send it to you, Fat Fist.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
I mean, why would, like, you know, I risk I risk my $5,000 to win.
That's
like
different.
$2,000. But why would you risk $30,000 to win $400?
It's like a point he was trying to prove almost, right? Like he'll risk whatever to. That's like weird. That or he's just not sane.
It's incredible. That's incredible.
What was it again?
Mr. Put Mr. in front of the Fat Fist. No MMA. Esper would like me to change the Mr. Fat Fist. It's a little sexual, they think. So it's just Fat Fist MMA. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking like because you're an MMA guy, like a Fat Fist,
right? I mean, that's like
dude. And I got a knuckle that's like twice the size of everybody's knuckle because I've gotten I've been in a bunch of fights. But
it sounds like MMA to me. I mean
that's what I was saying. You know what I mean? Jimmy was busting my balls this week, and she's like Natalie said something about it, and I'm like and he was like, you gotta change your name. That was like one of the biggest things on the beach we were laughing about because.
You should have done.
Nutflesh Allen's wife came up to me. She goes, your name's real sexual. She's like, it sounds like
Right.
you're,
Well,
I don't even know what that means. Fat fist.
Exactly.
Sexual
Oh
terms. I have
man,
no
I
idea.
didn't know.
Me either.
Naive.
So what Natalie wants, Natalie gets. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
have
I
my
guess she just
SPR.
mentioned something to Jimmy. You know what I mean? Maybe.
I don't know if I should explain it to you, Chris. We need Max here.
Yeah, we definitely get an explanation.
Max just disappeared on me.
That was weird.
There's
Out of nowhere.
there's my SBR hat on to prop up SBR from IFBC fucking 2018, I think, or something like that.
Yep.
So how was Miami?
Fucking honestly, it's actually really, really sad that it's over. It's like I still feel like it was just 3 days ago I was with everybody. You know what I mean? And what's weird about it is everybody got along. There wasn't one person. You're with people on the, like we are right now, and you're in the chat with people, constantly, but you don't know if you're actually going to get along with everybody. You know what I mean? Or somebody. You think at least somebody's going to be a douche, right? Nope. Every single person was dope to chill with. I mean, everybody got along. I mean, it was from ages 21, I want to say, to like 65. It was just cool. Cranky Ricky, do you guys know who he is?
I saw him on the.
He did that poem on the show. Like I want to say it was like Monday morning. That you didn't see that poem he did? A little.
Oh, the comedian. The comedian guy. Yeah, I saw that.
That guy, he was a cool man to hang out with. He was actually the second. He came a couple hours after I did, so I got to hang out with him for a minute. But he actually sat in a chair. He's a bigger dude. He actually sat in a chair, and that chair broke. When I say broke, it split into fours. And he's allowed at the Diplomat for a free 2 weeks now. I took videos of it, pictures and shit. He went to the front desk. He complained. He's a big dude. I mean, he had his head, smacked his head on the ground and everything. It wasn't like it was pretty serious. But he's got a free 2 weeks at the Diplomat.
Hell yeah. In Vegas, I slipped in the bathroom, and I got 3 days free in Vegas.
Oh, that's
Walked
nice.
in the bathroom, slipped on the floor, didn't hurt myself, but I fucking bitched about I got 3 days. So
you make that call.
Not like they can't afford it, right?
Exactly. Diplomat. I mean, it was $500 a night there, and with the SBR, thing, you were paying like $130, plus taxes. And it's just insane.
Yeah.
But the last night on the beach was just ridiculous. Everybody was because Parley Poppy had I can't remember the other guy's name. He had to 5:30 flight, so we just stayed up all night on the beach drinking. It was just fucking amazing. More jokes, and Jimmy's a funny guy on camera. Imagine him off camera when he can actually, let loose.
Oh yeah. He's met him a couple times. Good dude,
right?
For sure. Jimmy's a really good dude.
I mean, that's he's always been a capper, but I mean, I'm pretty sure he's done stand up.
Oh yeah. Oh, he told me stories. So him and when he was younger, like in his 18, 19, 20, 21-ish. Joe Rogan. Bobby, Bobby Lee, obviously, right? Comedian Bobby Lee, Asian dude.
Jimmy's not even his name.
Yeah, don't say that.
So I'm on Houston. It's dropping off a package. All right, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Is that your dog? What kind of dog is that?
It's a little. I have a Siberian Husky and a Golden Retriever.
Bro, Huskies are so friggin'. I had Goldens my whole life, but those Huskies are beautiful.
Oh man, I'll send you a picture of mine, dude. Like I bring him out. He just turned 13 last Thursday. My Husky. Yeah, my Husky.
They don't. I mean, usually, they don't. Those type of like I had pits my whole life, 12, 13 years max. Usually, sometimes you get a little bit longer. I got a Rhodesian Ridgeback right now. That's 3, and he's the shit. I've had female dogs my whole entire life, and I got 2 male dogs right now, and it's actually way different. Is it a female or male?
Male.
Male.
Yep. 13 and really good dog food, CBD for dogs.
There you go. Yep. Right next to my
dog food.
What do you get? Those little like CBD things, the little treats, right?
I get the oil. Just give him the oil in his food every day.
There you go.
Yep. For about
male
5
dogs
years
live longer than girls.
Yeah, he's getting up there. He's starting to, his legs starting to kind of go out on him. He's got the CCL tears in both legs, that type of deal.
Back hips.
He's getting hip dysplasia. Yep. I'm going to get a pool in my backyard, a fucking over above ground pool. I got to talk to my dad first, get approval. But fucking get a pool and put it in the backyard. Well, this is my fucking house, but it's my dad's. It's long story. It's my dad's and mine. So I got to get permission from him. Maybe I could probably just put the fucking pool in the back. You don't give a shit, but I'm going to put him in the pool, put the dog to swim in the pool.
Yeah, that's going to help. That's going to help out tremendously. You know what I mean?
Big time. Yeah.
So what plays are you on tonight, Edge?
Yeah, I'm on Houston -1, -138, Cleveland -1, -127, Milwaukee -126, Cincinnati -1, -115. So I'm looking pretty. I think 3-1 last I checked.
Did you bet anything for the late games?
Not yet. Some people are on, Dodgers run line. Some people are on Padres money line. Too much value. But the San Diego, LA side's a tough side to take. Fucking. We get our plays in here though. But speaking of CBD, I'm sure you heard about Rob Gronkowski.
No, actually. What happened?
Gronk came out today. He's talking about CBD, talking about, he's got a marijuana leaf shirt on in his press conference. Yeah. That's awesome. Well, he's starting to break down the walls a little bit.
That's awesome.
So
MMA's done that too, big time. Nate Diaz.
I'm sure he's being compensated. I don't know. I'd look into
it. 1,000%.
Okay.
Yeah. But he wouldn't do it. I don't think he'd do it unless he was helping him. He's not smoking a joint. He's not saying he smokes pot. He probably does. Who knows? It's Gronk. But he takes CBD and that stuff is true, man. It works. And I don't know what else people need, but people talking about it and celebrities and stuff like that. So I'm also on Cincinnati, Jay, on Thursday, -2 against UCLA. That line opened up -4.5. Now it's down to 2.5. So I jumped on Cincinnati. You jumped on the Bearcats -2.
I don't know what to think about that game, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's a 50-50. Look at the point spread. Yeah.
My early look was I thought Cincinnati should win the game, but now I just don't know how far UCLA is going to progress in this under Chip Kelly. But I like the Cincinnati defense. I think they're probably the better team. I just I don't know. I think it could be closer than a lot of people think.
I think. Go ahead. I think everyone's expecting kind of a close game. You look at the line, but I just question West teams traveling east, especially early in the season. That's my big question with it.
And also just home field.
I didn't think it would cross 3. That's also thrown me off a little bit. I thought that the game would probably end at 3, but now you said it's down to 2.
I just checked it. Now it's 2.5. I got it at 2 last night. -2, -115. Now it's -2.5, -110.
That's perplexing to me.
There's a lot of conflicting trends in this game too, but I just have trouble with most West teams traveling east early in the season. We'll give you this little nugget. Cincinnati head coach, he's 1-9 against the spread as a single-digit favorite.
Yeah, Bruins are 2-2 in the previous 4 season openers. Obviously, Chip Kelly in his second year.
Well, last year they played.
But it's gonna be. I think it's probably a better game to live bet. Probably a better game to live bet. But I already took the -2.
Fair enough.
But last thing too is the Kansas City Royals up for sale for $1 billion. The owner bought that team. You guys can laugh. Get this: the guy bought the team. Well, who cares what his name is? In 2000 for $96 million. Now he's selling it for $1 billion. So he made $900 million in 19 years. Pro franchises obviously are a great thing to buy. Unbelievable. So anybody in the chat got anything on the 7 p.m. games?
He's not the owner anymore. I'm just saying it's his family, right?
Yeah, something. Oh, is it? Yeah, I didn't look into it too much, but I just know they're up for sale.
The Kaufman family, I think. I don't know. Maybe they sold the team a long time ago. I just think of because Kaufman Stadium.
Yeah, is it getting up there? What's up, Rich G, Eric, Viral?
David Glass owns the team. Okay, David
What's
Glass.
up, Fat Fist? You're in the chat, huh?
Yeah,
go ahead. Sorry, Ramon. Yeah, what's up? What's up, everybody?
Say that.
Yeah, BYU Utah. I kind of looked into that game. I don't know. I haven't made a play on it yet.
I think it was a big topic of discussion with Jay and Joe. Joe Ranieri was on with Jay at the beginning of the show, and they talked about that game pretty extensively.
Yeah, he agreed with me. I don't understand why BYU's getting that much respect. It seems weird to me. I think Utah is going to win the Pac-12, and I think that they should win this game. They're a touchdown better, I think, no matter where they play BYU. So.
I'm sorry, I missed that. What side are you guys on? What side are you and Joe on?
They like Utah. They really like Whittingham. Joe Ranieri really likes Whittingham. I mean, Utah's won the last 8 meetings between these two, and it's usually been pretty close, however. But last year they played the regular season finale, and BYU led by 20 points late in the third quarter, and Utah came storming back, scored 28 consecutive points, and final score was 35-27. And that was with Utah as an 11-point favorite.
Right.
It's a good memory there.
Yeah.
Got some notes.
Let me tell you something, bro. When I listen to you, sometimes I'm like, wow.
No, I got some notes here. I'm ready for football. I just been taking, just waiting for you. I mean, Jay and I have talked about several games over the last couple of nights, and
if your memory is just real good.
No,
it really is.
I got notes right here. I got notes.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Oh yeah, I always got a lot of notes too.
5-1 Cubbies.
Wow.
You could hear on my. Well, I don't want to. I keep talking about this, and I want to bore a viewer. I mean, when I do my high school stuff, Chris, I'm reeling off the same type of info about these high school teams, season series, and things like that. I know that that's what people love to hear, and it's kind of neat.
Yeah, definitely.
Game just about
Chicago Sky down 5. You're live. You're still live, I think, Ramon.
So the Utah side is -6. You guys got what number did you guys get? Did you guys get a number on it or bet it yet or no?
It opened there, I think, and then dropped to 4.5, and now there's buyback on them. I see 5.5 at one books. I don't know. I just think they're a touchdown better at least. I don't see them losing the game. What's the money line?
225. -225.
Yeah, you can get the Chicago Sky right now down 5 with 4 minutes to play at +450.
I hope Goji comes on.
I'll be right back.
You eat that?
One thing, Fat Fist, I was going to tell you what's good about those type of events is that everyone gets along because we all have one thing in common. We love to bet on sports, and we want to constantly get better at it. The many times I've gone to these events, that's the one thing that brings everybody together. Even if you find somebody you don't really get along with, which is pretty rare. But one thing that brings us all together is betting on sports, man.
You just said it probably perfectly because DJ Big Boss Ski and Dom Ricci were on a balcony puffing on one, and Dom brought it up, and then that's exactly what DJ Big Boss said. He goes, "We all are a family because we all have the same, what did he say? The same goal, common goal. You know what I mean?" And he said it was obviously a lot better, but he was just we're a family. You know what I mean? We're a unit because we all have the same love for the same shit. You know what I mean? Which is capping, whatever it is, whatever sport it is. Yeah, shout out to DJ Big Boss, bro. He's a good guy.
Look at
Really is.
DJ Big Boss, a really good dude. Look at people, black, white, young, old, whatever, male, female. It just doesn't matter. But you guys had a joint in Miami, man. You guys got to be careful down there.
we were on the 31st floor balcony. No, actually, Florida's actually, when it comes to that, there's actually dispensaries everywhere. You just need your medical card.
Oh yeah, I think the cops will probably just slap you. I like to slap you on the
hand. Yeah, they actually just these days they'll just throw it out. They don't care anymore. If they want, they're looking for all the other crap. You know what I mean? But yeah, he just said we all have the same common goal. We have the same, you know what I mean, love for sports, and that's what I have a lot of good friends down here, best friends. You know what I mean? I'm about to be a best man at a wedding soon. He'll always be my best friend. But when it was just different hanging out with the people that love what I love. You know what I mean? And it was literally, I'm not trying to sound like a cornball, but fuck, it was magical. It really was. Everybody was we were all together, in a group of 25, 30, 35 people, literally just capping sports together, all betting. It's just awesome. You know what I mean? It really was. I wish you were there too. I was telling Ramon and Jay. It was an experience that I won't miss. I tell you this, the next one, I'll be at it as well. Wherever it is.
Yeah, I remember me and Teddy Covers were debating about tees and totals, and he asked me, "Why don't you like tees and totals?" I just said, "There's too much, probability. You get a better edge by teasing a side, whereas teasing a total, in my opinion, but just my opinion, you just get a better edge by teasing the side than teasing the total." And I remember we had a good debate about that. I mean, a friendly, constructive debate. I brought weed out to Teddy. Well, I shouldn't say Teddy. Don't give a shit. I brought weed out to Vegas a couple times. I always say, "Hey, Teddy, man, I'm coming out to Vegas, dude.
Yeah,
I got a fucking QP for you. Drive out there. It's fully legal in Nevada, fully legal here. Yep. So I'm not breaking the fucking law. Nope, anyone in the chat, anyways, not breaking any laws, but bring them out some. Here you go, man. Hook them up."
Nick, I'm 10 minutes from Chris, and I gotta have a guy deliver. I gotta have some random person deliver to me in a car.
That's the old days. Jesus, you still doing that? God damn.
Well, actually, they have delivery services out here for that.
Oh,
I went and got CBD today. I went and got some CBD today.
Are you shitting me? You can deliver fucking Jesus. You're like a pizza.
Yeah, they have delivery.
Delivery right through you like the Uber Eats, man.
Right?
Yeah, you just
hands
it through the car.
You just can't look at the flowers. You can't look at the if you're getting like a tincture, you're getting a like this right here, a THC drops.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that shows cool. I'm not looking at the. I'm looking at my lines right now. But yeah. So delivery, you know what you're going to get when you get a little bottle like that, right? But when you deliver flowers, when they bring flowers, you don't know what it's going to look. But you know it's going to be. It's AAA grade. Everything out here is tested because it's done by the state of California. It's tested for moldicide, pesticides, mold, bugs. You know what I mean? The weed that's illegal in these states, they spray with fiberglass to weigh it down. It's bad shit, and people are putting that in their lungs. I'd rather put something that either I'm growing myself or I'm buying from a dispensary that's now state law. We're fully, you get the idea.
Exactly. No, say me. I like my oils as well. I like my little vape pen. You know what I mean? My cartridge, me, and my BONG are good to go.
There you go. Yeah, take a couple of days off from drinking. I see you have a beer in your hand. I don't blame you.
When I'm watching sports, I just can't, bro.
I know. When I'm on the show, I usually
drink.
When I'm on the show, I always drink, but not always. But sometimes I don't. But
I do need to start taking a break. But since I got this new job, I mean, that's why I have less content on. Honestly, I'm working my ass off. I mean, I'm making good money. Honestly, $3,000 to $5,000 a week right now, and it's because it's in moving season. I'm a moving broker, but it will slow down to I want to say $2,000, but that's still good money. You know what I mean? So I've just been jumping on like white on rice, trying to stack. Because I'm trying to get more into my common goal, or my goal in MMA. I want to just break down fights when it comes to all right, Gianni the Greek, that UFC has. Have you seen him? He's a
he's a Vegas runner.
Ace.
Fucking bum.
Yeah,
fucking
ace.
bum.
Yeah.
He's a bum. The pics he gives out are freaking disgusting.
Well, you're
He's supposed to be like a huge blackjack
everyone
player
knows
too.
to fade the guy.
Huh?
He's a straight fade. Everyone knows to fade.
It's exactly. You know what I mean? It's like whatever he's betting, bet the up. Exactly. But like I don't care what whether it's a small. I just want to be something like that. I don't care if I'm. I would commentate fights. I just want to be in the MMA game more than I am right now. You know what I mean? I got American Top Team right down the street. I go there a lot, meet fighters. I used to train there a little bit. When I say train, hit the pads and just roll around the mat and shit like that. I really wish I'm 35, believe it or not, but I really wish when I was like growing up that MMA was as popular as it is now. You know what I mean? I played baseball my entire life. I was an athlete. I could have been varsity quarterback, but I played baseball instead. If there was MMA out, shit, I would have been there like white on rice. I was like fighting on the streets, and I was never a bully or anything like that. But if anybody wanted some, I was always glad to give it to them. You know what I mean? So I know that would have been perfect for me, but it was kind of like a little bit too late. But
it's crazy to see where MMA's come.
ESPN,
what Dana
baby.
White's done, and unbelievable. Think of a sport like MMA and how much has taken off, and the females coming in about 6-8 years ago in MMA. It's just maybe longer than that, but it's just a great thing. So 7 o'clock games, you guys. Anyone in the chat? Sorry.
No, real quick
in the chat.
Oh, go ahead. You go first.
I just want to say real quick in the chat, is anyone anything on these 7 p.m. games?
Oh.
Any sides, totals?
Let me cover these for you real quick. Texas and the Angels. This is Mike Minor against Andrew Heaney. Heaney opened as low as $1.30 up to $1.60 now. Total open mostly 8 over. There was some 8.5 under 20 openers, but the total is settled now to 8. Also, we talked about it, Chris, the Dodgers and the Padres, Walker Buehler and Cal Quantrill. Buehler opened $1.67, now up to $1.97. Total open mostly 8 over 13. That's still where it stays. There was an opener of 8.5. And finally, the Yankees and the Mariners, Masahiro Tanaka, Yusei Kikuchi in this one. And it's the Yankees opened as high as minus 220. They're all the way down to as low as minus $1.72. If you're looking to get on the Yankees, tonight might be the night, but I will tell you that you are strictly going against the Sharps. The Sharps are one of the groups that are taking this one down. Nobody's really interested in Seattle. The Yankees are taking 2/3 of the action, but the line has moved significantly, as much as 20 to 40 cents at some places. So the Sharps are on Seattle. And if you like the Yankees, this is your chance for a big discount tonight. Go ahead.
See, right there. That's what I'm talking about. See how you just did that real smooth like that?
So I'm going to take the first 5. I'm going to tail Rich G. First 5 over 5. I got to pay minus 125 on that. It's 5.5 even money right now. But I got the shitty end of that number because I'm coming late to the party on that side, on that team, on the first 5 total runs. So
real quick, a plus 500 underdog is about to cash. I put like a quarter unit on it, but I didn't want to give it out to the chat to make him lose money, and now I'm regretting that. Unreal. Dog's been winning Contender Series. If you take, like I told Ramon earlier in the show before Contender Series started, right? Dog's been cashing like white on rice. Damn. Plus 550.
Yeah, we're looking forward to NFL is almost here, and we got college football going, full slate. Week 1 instead of week 0. We got week 1 coming up here. It's exciting.
Yeah,
something to really.
This is it. I mean, this is the week.
Yeah. Almost hit my rollover. I'm at 5 times rollover at 5 dimes, and I'm a very, conservative better. I don't do stupid bets, so I'm almost hit my rollover.
Nice.
So anybody out there making deposits out there, you know how it goes. If you do a rollover, if you're making deposits for NFL, college football, whatnot, please check the rollover. I know about 80% of the people in the chat already know this about rollovers with books. Make sure the rollover is not too thick. I hit 5 times rollovers like crazy with Bovada, 5 dimes. Bet TSI when I used to book with them. Yeah, so just keep an eye on it. If you guys make a deposit, don't get sucked in by 50% free play. Well, just make sure you read the fine print.
You talk about when you deposit, say $500 and you get 5 times your money. They give you 5 times, and then you have to roll it over, right? You have to make a certain
5
amount to be able
times
to
give me
cash out.
25%. Yeah, 25% on 5 times rollover. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm 3.5. Well, after tonight, it'll be four times rollover met, and to get on my the bonus money. So
nice. I got I have BetDSI and Bovada, but the only reason why I have BetDSI is Chael Sonnen gave out like
great question.
Right?
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you why.
I went with them for 5-6 years, and 2 years ago, pulled the plug.
Really? I got a code to get $25 free. I turned that $25 free into almost $600 right now. Betting like at first like $1.50, $2. It was crazy. I was just playing with it. You know what I mean? And
does that got a rollover attached to it? The $25 free play?
Oh yeah, I can cash it out right now if I want to. But it's all free money. Just gonna keep it in there.
Oh, free play. So
yeah,
if you win, you get the winnings. If you lose, you don't get nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I mean, I could cash it out right now and collect the money, whatever's in the account. So it was just a free roll as it is. It was a free bonus code. If you put in beyond 15, I remember it was yesterday. That was the code. They gave you 25 bonus dollars, and you had to roll that over to make it 250. You know what I mean? To cash it out, at least 250. You know what I mean? And right now I have it I want to say 535. I have to jump on there and check. Bet some games last night. But that's just a play around account.
Yeah. I'll talk about BetDSI in a little bit here. But anyhow, EJV, you're on the Dodgers under first 5. Okay, you know what? Bueller on the hill, and that's actually a pretty good play. EJV. You take a look at the pitching matchup. I mean, that's not bad. I don't like betting unders, but it's not bad.
I'm on the over tonight.
And Quantrill's pitched really, really well too. So, well, not really well, pretty well. Decent. This first 5. Yeah, it's down to 4.
I wish I would have put more money on this fucking match, bro. I
know. I always say that.
$25 bill. That's all I put. Freaking A. Actually,
so
no.
It'll be interesting.
20.
What'd you bet on again?
20 at 550. No, I think I got it money at 500. Yeah, I did. But I think somebody in the chat cashed it at 550. Jump shot. Did you cash that? Unbelievable. That's awesome. Good for this guy. He's definitely going to sign.
Okay, yeah. You got some props. Yeah, strikeout props. Bueller over 8 strikeouts, not bad. That's not bad at all. Astros first 5. Yeah. Let's take a look at those props real quick here. We got 10 minutes before we get the evening slate of baseball going here.
What? I would like to get some more action. Let me know what you think.
Of course, Houston's already played. Nice job on that. 9-0.
Winning.
That's
Yeah, I think I like both strikeout props over in that game, Chris. I could be crazy. I don't,
Which game?
In the
that was a
Padres game.
Yeah, I'm on Astros full game, Gerardo. Should be a problem. 9-0 Houston, bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, it should be fine.
But yeah, let's bring up those strikeout props.
The last 3 games on tonight, any leans? No?
Oh, I got.
Yeah, I'm on.
You ready for him?
Go ahead. I'm gonna look up the strikeout props.
I'm ready.
I got a third of a unit Texas on the run line. I have a quarter unit Texas Angels over. I've got a quarter unit Seattle on the run line. I will also tell you that Ant is on the over in that game, Yankees and Seattle.
Okay.
Dodgers, I've got 1 unit laying the big chalk, and I've got Dodgers and Padres 1/4 of a unit over. Pretty light for me in the baseball tonight.
Did you get 9.5 on Yankees Mariners? Or 9?
I have not. I didn't play it. Ant likes the over in that game.
It's at 9.5 right now.
didn't see his place today. He usually tweets them out. I gotta check
you,
the keg.
You
Chat.
had the chalk on the Yankees at minus 188 ish.
I watched the show.
What'd you get on Yankees? What was the line?
Right now, you're looking at the Yankees are laying about. I'm seeing the Yankees getting a little bit of a buy again, up to about $1.82. Just reminding you that this game opened as high as minus 220. So, if you're looking for spots to take the Yankees when they're totally not jacked up, I mean, this is it. You're getting a discount price on the New York Yankees tonight. The Sharps are on Seattle, and this is why the line has been moving the direction it is, because 2/3 of the action, both tickets and money, are on the Yankees, but the move is on Seattle. So if you're looking to take the Yankees, a night like tonight might be the night to do it.
Yeah, and the line's down to where the lane 177 is pretty tough.
Right. I mean,
I got 188.
Big chalk, then you might not still do it. But again, when it opened 220, here you're getting, if Chris says, down to $1.78, there's 40 cents of value. You can define value however you want. I won't debate you, but I'm just saying that to me says value when it was minus 220 and now it's minus 178. And it's not based on any kind of, late injury situation or people out of the lineup. We know the Yankees have a ton of injuries, but we know what we're getting tonight, with that lineup, LeMahieu, Judge, Torres, Sanchez, Gardner, Urshela.
Yeah, I'm going to look to live bet that. Hopefully Seattle jumps out to early lead and see if I can get a better number on New York. Below bottom of the third, top of the fourth, somewhere in that range. If Seattle's ahead, then I'll live bet that.
I just took
you said you're on the Dodger Padre, Ramon. What'd you take again on that?
Risking 1 unit. Dodgers laying that big chalk. Got it to at 190 and quarter unit on the over 8. Bob Taylor's asking about any K props. I don't know if you were willing to make a commitment. I do like both those pitchers over tonight.
And you said you're on the Rangers too, correct? Just sorry to interrupt you. You're on the Rangers as well,
yeah,
right?
Just Rangers run line. Rangers run line. Plus 1.5.
Yeah, I'm going to take them +1, plus 103. Take the over.
So, Bob, I can cover some K props. I mean, that's probably really the only place that I kind of dive into many props on a daily basis. I mean, I only start to look at things when people start to talk them on here. The two pitchers in that one, Bob and the Padres.
Yeah.
Padres name is Walker Buehler and Cal Quantrill.
Strikeout props over 7.5 minus 175 on Buehler. I'm off that. Jesus Christ. I can't even buy up to over 8 with less juice. Over 7.5 strikeouts, Buehler, minus 175. And Quantrill's over 4.5 minus 135.
You don't see. Okay, I mean, you don't see Buehler. I don't know. I mean,
yeah, 5 times I can't buy down and buy up off it.
Okay. Well, because I just thought, what'd you quote Buehler at? 7.5 over?
Someone in the chat was talking about the strikeout props.
Oh, okay. I thought you were giving me a line. I thought that didn't sound right. So let me.
Yeah, I got over 7.5 minus 175, so I can't buy it up to over 8. Strikeouts.
Right. I mean, because certainly you got to think, Buehler tonight could reach 9 strikeouts in the top of his lineup. I would think. I don't know.
I don't know if you saw that pitch to end the game last night to Justin Turner. It was a strike. And K's Dillon confirmed it. And he was, that's not a strike. And he bumped the umpire, got suspended the game.
Yeah, I think he was just caught in a spot where he wasn't expecting that pitch, and he was embarrassed.
Yeah, well, he was calling the outside strike the whole night. And, the umpires were, obviously Dodgers getting on that umpire. Now he's doing third base tonight. So let's see if he gives a call the Dodgers way at third tonight. It was pretty bad strikes called, and there are clearly balls. And the replay, I came home, watched MLB Network, and saw the replay of the game, and he was calling the outside strike line. But if you're consistent calling it outside strike, and you got to call it, which reminds me about the strike electronic strike zone mode. What do you think about that? I think we might have talked about that before. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I'm in favor of the electronic strike zone. I just think it's impossible to get going because of the stance of players crouching. How do they measure players' heights? Who's to determine the bottom of the armpits to the top of the knees? You look at a batter like Pete Rose and how he used to stand at the plate. Guys
David
with
Eckstein.
stances. So I just think that's a fine line. Now maybe they want to do it where it's just determining whether or not the ball was over the plate and let the umpire decide half of it. I don't know how that might work, but that's something to consider as well.
Yep. David Eckstein, Pete Rose. Yeah, it's really difficult to determine a strike zone when it's letters to knees, and it's tough.
Are you rocking an SBR hat right now?
Yeah, I was for a little bit. Bringing it back to the old school there.
You can go to the SBR.
Hey, they might actually pick up the sponsor. You know what I mean? So.
Well,
I just found that hat. I was cleaning out one of my back rooms, cleaning all the just shit, and I found the hat, and I found the backpack. I'm like, oh, fuck, SBR hat. So Jadeveon Clowney, you guys, it's going to be interesting to see where he lands. He doesn't want to go to Miami. Miami wants to trade for him. If you guys heard about that. Clowney.
Oh, yeah?
Well, they want to trade him. They don't want to give him a contract, so they want to trade him. Still got something left in the tank, obviously. But he doesn't want to go play for the Dolphins. I mean, they're going to win 4 games this year. So
right. Well, he didn't come to camp. What Rappaport was saying, he didn't come to camp until he planned to report, but then when he found out they wanted to trade him, he's like, well, you know what? I'm not coming to camp.
Yeah. Real quick, Bob, I laid off because I was minus 175 on Bueller, over 7.5 strikeouts on Walker Bueller for the Dodgers. Not going to make a play on that. Quantrill was over 4.5, minus 135, which I laid off that in case he gets shelled.
I think I like them both over. I mean, I think Bueller could get 9 Ks against the Padres. I really do. Against this lineup tonight. I mean, look at it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
I mean,
Quantrill could get 5. Here's J.D. Davis. It's a home run, 5-2 Cubs. Jay, how about your boy today? He sets the Mets record for home runs in a single season.
Yeah, Alonso, right? What did he get?
42.
Oh, yeah.
God bless him.
Just what the Mets needed, too. A nice fucking, rookie home run hitter. I don't see him hitting a sophomore slump, anything like that. The kid seems humble. He's a good dude. So, yeah, hopefully it's consistent. Yeah, Quantrill over 4.5, minus 135. I'll put fucking little something on that.
I like in Yankees in Seattle. I think I like Tanaka and Kikuchi, both their props under. I'm going to check to see what they are, but Bob was asking about some other ones, and that game's not quite started yet. And I was
just going to put that in the chat for Bob. Yeah, I'm just going to take control.
Tanaka and Kikuchi, I like both their props under, both their strikeout props under.
Yeah, Viper, the Dodgers the good side, especially after Padres win last night. We're on the over 8. So, yeah.
That other game, that Texas Angel game, was just about to start, so I don't think I have enough time to maybe go over my notes. Heaney was an over to me. Heaney was an over. And Minor,
Rich G, that's
Minor also an over.
But the ones that you bet those two?
No, just looking at somebody. Maybe it was Bob. Maybe asking about maybe some leans on some K props, and that's one I'd at least do chart every day and sometimes get involved. more so than other baseball props. I look at Keg first, and then that's usually all I have time for until you guys start talking about something.
I know Ranieri said that he liked the Giants, the Dodgers, the A's, I think, right, in the late games.
I hope so. I'm on all three of those sides right now, and the A's currently continue to lead in their ball game, but it's 2-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the Royals do have a runner on second with nobody out. That was a 5 o'clock start. Bob says he hits Heaney over 7.5 at -115. And yeah, I have Heaney for 8 strikeouts tonight. So
yeah, I took a small piece of Milwaukee. They're going to let me down. But Cincinnati is doing all right, up by 3 runs, bottom of the 8th. I'm on them. Cleveland -1, Houston -1. So Cleveland and Houston are good sides.
yeah, Cleveland rolls tonight. Top of the 9th now, but they're up 10-1. Houston up big, 9-0. I laid that chalk.
Red Sox up 6-0, huh?
Yeah, Red Sox continue to do the number. They're moving to the bottom of the 5th inning right now, so it looks like Red Sox will get that first 5 as well. Porcello doing a nice job. He's actually come to life a bit, right?
The Reds up 8-5. Indians up 10-1.
There's
Minnesota trying to hold on to that 2-1 lead.
Yeah, not looking good there, but Ann Scott, Minnesota. Sean Watson updating us with his soccer. What a week it's been. Everyone excited.
Nice, Sean.
Everyone excited in the Discord chat on those soccer plays. 1 game left to score that 680 parlay. Sean,
wow.
Are we going to hedge and make sure we get some profit? Probably just going to let it roll with as hot as they've been. 680, I'd have to come back on the other team a little bit, as tight as I am. But, they've been so hot. They'd probably just let it ride for plus 680.
How many legs?
I don't know.
Not 3-team, 4-team. Must be like a 3-4-teamer?
I would think so, yeah.
Plus 680, yeah.
Gerardo, I did tail some of the soccer in the chat. I tailed that San Luis Morelia under 2.5, and I'm tailing the America play for 1 unit, plus $1.32.
Really good debate about Yadi Molina making the Hall of Fame. I mean, the guy's got 1 or 2 rings, 9-time All-Star, Gold Glover. I mean, they're putting his stats up against, the other catchers in the Hall of Fame. And it kind of, some of his stats conflict. Some of them are good. Some are. They had a really good debate about him yesterday, about Yadi making the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's going to be hard I think, to keep Yadi out of the Hall of Fame. I think the body of work, the length of service.
And I don't know if you saw it, Ramon. Yadi Molina, before the pitch was thrown, was putting his hands up like that, like fuck yeah, home run. And sure enough, it was Dexter Fowler. Before the pitch was thrown by the pitcher, Dexter Fowler was hits the ball for a home run. As you know, Yadier Molina, that's how he knows what pitch is coming next. And then the dugout, he told Dexter Fowler, he's like, I put my hands up like that even before the pitch is thrown because Yadier Molina knew what pitch was going to be thrown. He knew what Fowler was looking for, and he hit it for a home run. It was a couple nights ago. It was on MLB Network. Really cool to see that. Calling it before,
Noli said he's arguably the greatest catcher ever, huh?
Well, one of the thing that he does so well is that better than almost anybody in the history of the game is framing the pitch.
Who is who when you think of the best catchers ever? Who is
Austin Hedges currently for the Padres is the best at framing pitches. That's what they said
I'm
on.
talking about
great.
all time, right? You got Yogi,
Yeah, all
Johnny
time.
Bench.
I'm a Johnny Bench guy. I'm 50 years old, so
Yeah, Yogi, Johnny Bench. I mean, I don't know who else you
All right.
would. Gary Carter. Gary Carter was a beast.
if you want to talk about the batting, you can go with Piazza as a great hitter. As a
Yeah. But did you hear about Austin Hedges, Ramon? He's the best defensive catcher in terms of framing pitches. There was a stat I saw on MLB Network or somewhere about he's number one in MLB in framing pitches. He's a hell of a defensive catcher. He just can't hit.
Oh no, the skills are super elite defensively. That's the big problem that the Padre fans can't embrace. And for what he does when he's hitting, I mean, he has a clutch bat. When he gets up into a situation where they need a hit, it doesn't happen very often. He's a catcher. He doesn't get in the placement very often, but when they have needed him to make a big hit, he has done it in the past on occasion.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucks
Yeah,
have a 5-4 lead in that game, huh?
2-0 Yanks. Is that what you said, Yanks? Yeah, there we go. Let's get some fucking runs. Nice. Let's get that first 5.
It was Aaron Judge, believe it or not, with that home run.
Yeah, what a surprise.
All rise.
All rise, Aaron Judge. There was a good thing on HBO about John Sterling, about his career, and he's only missed like one game in 28 years, something like that.
Well, I know that you guys have talked about, especially Jabe. I just think they're a great team. I think Susan's great. I really do.
Are you warming up to the female football announcer?
You're talking about the John Sterling and Susan?
Yeah, I think Susan's awesome. I listen to I listen to Sirius when I'm driving, and when I listen to ball games. And if I'm driving and the Yankee game's on, I kind of listen to the Yankees.
There's a lot of hate for Susan, man.
Sure.
You'd be amazed.
Sure.
You would be amazed.
Oh my God, that's insane.
But I think she's pretty awesome.
I mean,
she unarguably knows her shit.
Oh, undoubtedly.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
I agree with you there.
That's what matters to me. So.
Now, what do you guys think about the female football announcer? I mean, it doesn't have to be male, female. Just hearing the voice during football, I'm used to it now. I'm cool with it. At first, it's kind of like it's a little different. You know what I mean? It's just a little. I don't look at it that way, but you end up thinking that way about it when you're a female football announcer. I don't know what her name is, but now she does a really good job too.
Well, I don't know who you. I mean, I think if you.
I don't know what her name is. There's only one of them.
There's 2.
NFL. Is there 2 now?
Well, I just think of the ones that I see. I'm thinking Pam Ward. To me.
Yeah, didn't a female team do the Monday night games for Amazon?
Yes, they did it with Hannah and Andrea.
Yeah, Andrea Kramer and Hannah Storm. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I mean, if you're going to pick 2 to be the first all-female broadcast team to do an NFL game, I mean, I don't think you could do much
great ones there.
Gogi, where you at, bro? You said you were coming on, brother.
Yeah, I got until about 8 o'clock, I think, tonight, 8:15. 11:15.
So the Reds still up 3 runs in the 8th inning. Cleveland absolutely shitting all over Detroit tonight, 10-1.
Yeah, that game, I believe, has just ended.
The Giants up 1-0 Red Sox up 6-1. The Twins still holding on to that 2-1 lead. Man, Verlander has been pretty fucking good this year, huh?
Oh yeah, very consistent.
Shutting out Tampa Bay right now, bottom of the sixth, 9-0, and they have 2 on and no outs.
Well, I think
11-0. Wow.
And one thing about Houston, everyone's talking about the Yankee-Dodgers series over the weekend, World Series preview. You know, people are talking about that on Twitter, social media. World Series preview, that's pissing off the Houston Astros. I mean, they're right up there with the Yankees. They're better on paper, in my opinion, than the Yankees. But when they hear the Yankee-Dodger weekend series last weekend, World Series preview possibly, you know.
Yeah. Well,
the Astros heard that, pisses them off.
It's tough because you look at the Astros pitching, you look at the Yankees hitting. I think that's what's going to make it so intriguing if it's those two teams. Don't want to discount Minnesota's hitting. I mean, what they've done all year has been incredible.
Yeah, they're on pace to break the record, aren't they? For most home runs.
15 teams this year in Major League Baseball have already broken. Are on pace to have already broken the home run total. It's insane. The ball is obviously Major League Baseball wants home runs. More runs scored, more home runs hit this year than any other time in Major League Baseball. They're tightening the stitches on the baseball. Verlander, which we just talked about him a minute ago, he brought it up. He said that the ball's different. It's different. Throwing the fucking baseball is different now. So baseball wants a lot of runs. They're trying to compete with the NFL, Jay. You know how it goes, bro. They're trying to compete with the number one, TV grabbing, sponsor grabbing market. And baseball, you remember when baseball used to be, Ramon, you remember too, Jay, baseball is number one. Football wasn't quite number one. Baseball was.
I think I caught like the last 5 minutes of Ant on Jimmy's show today when they were going down the plays. I think that Jimmy and him were on the Texas Rangers first 5 under. Is that right?
I didn't see his appearance on Jimmy's show today. I just watched Between the Scenes.
Oh, okay. Was he on that play?
I don't know. I just have him for Yankees Seattle over is what I caught, but maybe I didn't hear the other ones. I'm not sure they did a
I keep missing Between the Scenes because I don't get it done with work till 5:36, 5:30 or so. I always miss that. Want to tune in and prop it up. Which reminds me, how did we get 7 dislikes?
I don't know.
That's kind of weird.
Probably the people that are always touting their packages, but I mean, it's all good, man. As long as they're hitting the button, it doesn't matter if they like us or don't like us.
That's right. As long as they hit that fucking button, it means they're watching.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know what Nick was saying. I mean, I'm looking for some haters. I barely have any haters. I'm barely on the show. I'm looking for haters.
Yeah, I'll take the likers and the haters. I'm down with it. Just come and watch.
Somebody's gonna create a troll account, start talking shit. Nah. We're all about making money.
Yeah, man. It's been a bad 3 days for me, though. I'll be the first one to admit it.
Well, we've got 2 days to see what happens. In 2 days, life is going to change. Put some steam on the Dodgers over. Late steam coming in. Dodgers over.
What's that total at?
Well, it might have closed 8. It's just about already underway. So this thing's I was just behind the times there. That one came in 4 minutes before game time at 8 over minus 105. So
You talking about the total on the Dodgers
hit
Padre?
the like button. Yeah. Yeah, Padres are already up to bat.
The runs are starting to come in that Boston game. Colorado's got 2. They got runners on second and third and 2 outs.
Okay.
So that 13.5 is still alive.
Hey, I could use a double winner there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 8 runs now.
And it is still 13.5 right now.
Need a nice base knock, get those 2 runs in, and be really nice for that over. With 2 out. Grab some agua. Right back.
Houston up 12-0 now against Tampa. They're sending a message.
Yeah, I know.
2 in the third, 4 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, 3 more in the sixth.
Do you think they beat are they your pick, Houston or the Dodgers? One of them to win it all?
I think the Dodgers. Yeah, I hate them. Hate those guys. What are you gonna do?
You hate them, but you got to respect them, though, right?
Oh yeah. I just respect how they, refurbished the franchise after the McCourt family practically took them into bankruptcy. Yeah, Stevens right now down 4-3. She's on serve in the first, but right now.
Yeah, she had a chance to break that last serve, but did not get it done.
Azarenka's in quite a battle also right now with the Sabalenka. They're in the third set at 2-all.
I don't really see anything that I like right now to get on live.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's not many situations brewing either. I ended up eking out a small profit on that Sky and Lynx game because it did go over. I had 1 unit on over, 3/4 of a unit on Chicago, so just a small change win there. Connecticut and Seattle is underway, and Seattle leads early 17-16. Padres get a runner on against Buehler. John Jr. asked me about the Discord, what it means. John, I'd like to help you out, but I don't know that much about it either, although I am starting to get more involved in the Discord. I know if you go to Capper Investments on Twitter, that'll probably get you to where you need to go to find how to access the Discord and get involved in there.
It's the same as like a private chat on Twitter. Yeah. Same thing.
I mean, I get disappointed a little bit because we got a chat right here. We got a chat right here next to the YouTube screen as far as the sports thing. Like, I understand that, that thing's going 24/7, especially in the early morning hours when the tennis is getting rolling and the international soccer plays are coming up. That's when to be in the Discord for sure. You get that little ding. I like having that little ding, meaning someone has posted something in the Discord.
It'll be interesting to see Panthers Rams week 1, how Cam Newton's going to be. Obviously they're going to say his ankle's all right, but who knows? What that line's moved, but he's going into the season banged up. And the Carolina Panthers, to me, before the season, were already a wild card team. If they're going to be good, they're going to be bad because of his shoulder. I wouldn't be surprised to see Cam Newton out of the league in 2 years, 3 years possibly. He's got a lot of injuries, and now he's another injury preseason.
I can tell you so far, Chris, though, that the Sharps are overwhelming on the Panthers in that first week game. They are still willing to continue to hammer 3 points. They're just, it's nonstop right now.
Yeah.
Is the way I interpret it. The public is certainly on the Rams so far. Over 3/4 of the tickets, but the line is holding steady at 3. So the way I've interpreted it, and I've seen several moves come in on Carolina. I'm showing like an 11-to-1 ratio of smart bets on Carolina. So that's real interesting. We'll see what what Cam's health will be at the time. But we're expecting certainly to be in there. Probably going to be a situation where I'll be siding with the Sharps there, going against the Rams on the road to open the season in Carolina.
Yeah, +2.5 even money, and then +3 -125 on the Panthers right now. So yeah, they are pouncing on the Panthers, moving that line down a little bit.
The news. Let me see. I did have something here. Because I think, Chris, if you look at it, every team had pretty much announced their starting quarterback for week 1, except the Redskins. But I think it was announced today that it will indeed be Case Keenum.
Yeah. I already bet the under 6 down at Caliente on the Redskins.
Houston already 5 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They still have the bases loaded.
Oh, they're just trouncing them. And you know what? A lot of people on Houston run line. I laid the -1, but the run line, I should have laid the run line.
Nice job.
Of course, hindsight's 2020.
What's up, Coke?
Laying the run line.
What's going on, guys? What's going on, Ramon? Chris?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Pretty good. Got the Jays Pfizer going on.
That's sick.
Representing.
Got the what now?
The visor, the Canada visor there. Going old school. Should probably take that sticker off.
I thought that's what people do.
Nah, I'm not that official, Ramon.
Yeah, people leave that sticker on there. I thought that's what makes you cool or something.
You leave this one on that one on the inside. It's an inside stick. So anyway, enough about stickers.
So Jake, Kevin Sky got a break in there.
I was on a couple plays: Cleveland run line, Oakland run line, and I lost with Atlanta run line. Thought the Jays thought Atlanta would get to Font and company, but low scoring game.
I'm rocking my Memorial Day Padre hat.
Yeah, there we go. Memorial Day this weekend, guys. Fuck.
No, Labor Day.
I'm sorry, Labor Day.
I used to get those mixed up too all the time.
One of those days, Chris,
one we honor deceased military, and the other we take a break from work.
We get ready for the football season.
Yes, that's what it is. They should change the name of it to Football Day.
Football prep.
All the games on that day. Everybody can
Exactly.
work and watch us football.
We got the Labor Day Classic here with Hamilton and Toronto. Cabana will be there. That'll be a good match.
Jesus, what are the Argonauts' favorite? I mean, what are they plus? I don't know what the fuck that is. Toronto's still one of the worst teams, right?
Yeah, they're not that. I'll say 11, maybe 9, because they lost their quarterback still, Hamilton, for the year. So Masoli, that's going to still hurt, but Their backups, from what I know, still holding his own. They still got a great defense. So,
yeah, it was interesting so far. Goj, Hamilton opened a 13.5-point favorite. It's down to 11.5.
There you go.
And the total 51.5. But I'm showing just overwhelming tickets taking those points with the Argos.
Yeah, that's too much for a Labor Day game. I think I would have made it probably 9.5, 10. Double digits is a bit, but yeah, that should be interesting. I'm not too sure. I'll have to look more into it, but I'd look at previous stats for these games. Weather should be pretty much perfect. So, fuck, I just wrote on myself. But yeah, no, looking forward to that game there. Fuck, I had the pen on the wrong end there. But how you doing, Jay? What's going on over there?
Not much, man. I got a nut on Sloane Stevens, who just dropped the set.
Oh, some tennis. Is this the first round still?
Yeah. Yep.
Right on.
Milwaukee grabbed a couple of runs. They're down 4-3 to the Cardinals. They got 2 runs there in the bottom of the 8th inning and got out of it. We're going to the top of the 9th. Cardinals 4, Brewers 3.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard about that, Goji. William Hill, they tweeted out somebody bet $30,000 to make like $450 on a 2-team parlay on the 2 tennis favorites.
A 2-team parlay to make $450?
Yep. I'll send it to you.
Holy crow. Well,
also,
wow.
Yeah, actually, I saw from
30,000.
What's that dude out in Vegas that used to do Teddy Cover's show, Sportsbit? What's that guy? The redheaded dude? Well, not redheaded dude, but
Paulie?
Fucking Paulie, yeah, Paul Howard tweeted out too.
Okay, Paulie, yeah.
Yeah, I've watched that show every day. Talk about Mitch and Paulie.
Mitch and Paulie, yeah, morning show. I used to watch it all the time too.
7 o'clock Eastern on VSiN.
Yeah.
Yeah, the VSiN's really good. I try to tune I have Sirius too. I try to tune in on satellite radio and pick up that show. It's really good for sports betting. Brent Musburger. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Found out too, Babano actually has a segment on VSiN for the CFL.
Oh yeah.
He does the write-ups.
Frequent guest on there.
Jumps on with Matt. Need a Japanese baseball guy. I'm right here, you know.
That's right. Well, wait a minute. I thought you're exclusive to the Sports Keg.
Well, I'm yeah, you know, I might get a duplicate of me. Gokster Jr.
Milwaukee put a couple runs up there in the 8th inning. Still down a run. I'm on Milwaukee. Nice to be able to put up another run, at least tie it up there.
That's good for
over. They put up a 2 spot.
That's really good.
Yeah, 4-3, top of the 9th.
Push. Yeah.
Oh, it's at 7 flat. Yeah.
Oh, was it 4-4 now?
4-3.
Oh, okay. So I thought it was 4-4. I think it's 9. But yeah, coming off. Sorry, I was just gonna say, coming off a hot night there, Japanese baseball 4-0. So.
Oh, geez.
Hoping to give it a winner here.
All ears. We're all ears, brother. All
right.
Hey,
tail or fail.
Put your nose into that screen there on those notes. You come up with some winners.
I'll go with the lean first here.
There's only 54 of us, 51 watching, and 3 of us in the chat. So, you know.
My lean was Yumori money line. It was minus. I had 115, 120, but it was 150, so I laid off. And then Nippon Cebu, I wanted to take the over 8. That's what I made it, 8.5, but it was 9.5. So stayed off that, but I leaned to the over. Play though, the day I'll give out here, I really like this one, would be Hanshin money line. I had it minus 115 and it was minus 115, so perfect. Jumped on that one there. So if you can get 115, great line, guys. Expect them to beat up on Shinichi. The game was rained out, and they're actually taking out the starter last night for Shinichi, who was the top pitcher. They're going to this young kid who's not nearly as good, and Hanshin's keeping their starter from last night who should have went. So this line shouldn't be 115 in my mind. So let's jump on it.
Okay.
Nice.
How do you spell that? No, just kidding.
Hanshin. Tag us.
I saw the ejection tonight of Justin Verlander and his game. Leave it to Verlander to get ejected when his team is up 14-0. It's 14-1 now, but Tampa Bay ended up scoring, and Verlander had some words, kind of turned his back, but said something to the home plate umpire, even though he was ahead by 14 runs and the Blue threw him out.
I was just going to say that he's bitching about the reporter. I know he's bitching about you hear about the reporter wanting to give Verlander his business card, like, if you have a problem with what I put in the paper, call me. He's like, fuck you, or something like that. And now we're up by a football score, 14-0, and he's bitching to the umpire.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that was a reporter from the Detroit Free Press, and yeah, I mean, you really, as a reporter, you're in there doing your job, and you can write whatever you want. And, I think the reporter was just basically saying, hey, if you want to talk about it, I'll talk about it with you. I don't think the reporter was looking for any conflict in that situation. But
yeah.
Reporters are just very sensitive. They're overly sensitive to, what's being written about them sometimes. It's just crazy. I mean, but it was, kind of a funny story, but about Verlander wanting to go see an eclipse, and so he kind of took a day off the team to go watch an eclipse or something. I don't even know. Something on Deadspin, so I didn't read it.
Wow. Maybe Kate.
Maybe someone in the chat. It was just too much of a ridiculous story for me to follow up too much on, but.
And of course, Doug Gottlieb's getting ripped for his comments about Andrew Luck by Bo Jackson, many Hall of players, retired players. Why are you ripping? Why are you calling him some millennial called Andrew Luck retiring a millennial move? Doug Gottlieb, he got ripped pretty bad for that.
Yeah, well, hey, we're all trying. We all could come on and say outrageous things in order to get some eyeballs. It's just your choice. I mean, a lot of people who end up crossing the line too much, you see what happens to someone like Michelle Beadle, seemed to be on top of the world with her NBA role, and now she's out. Just because of some poor taste comments.
Michelle Beadle's out? What happened?
Yeah, she's out for next season. Mostly just some of her comments were a little off base towards the end of the season and in the playoffs, and I think that you're going to see a complete revamp of that team, of the broadcast team.
Wow.
Yeah, she was making $5 million a year, but now she's going to be out of that.
I didn't hear about it. What exactly went down? Do you know?
Yeah, made some comments about. I think it was kind of I think it was overall a series of comments that really got her into a little bit of hot water. Just critical of some players, and I mean, if any league has kind of a pretty decent relationship with some of the media, it might be the NBA. But I think their whole team ended up, probably getting disbanded. The whole team with Paul Pierce.
Yeah, sorry, just jumping in here. USC's talking about hockey. Yeah, they'll be starting their preseason up. Training camp, I imagine, they're already on the go. So we'll be having preseason about 2 weeks here for NHL, and then the regular season's about a month away. So hockey is right around the corner, guys. Cannot wait.
But I think what you're going to see also from that, Jay, will be more Rachel Nichols, and I think that's a good thing.
Yes, I love the Rachel Nichols. Preseason, it depends on who's in, who's out. Goalies too, if they're fighting for the job, second string. Depends what the coach really throws out there. Bandy, sorry.
Uh-huh.
Hugh Darvish going into tonight's start, 31 to third innings pitched without walking anyone, striking out 46. Comeback Player of the Year candidate. Hugh Darvish, the way he's been pitching lately. Again, 31 to third innings pitched without walking anyone and striking out 46.
Wow.
And he pitched well again tonight, too.
Yeah.
Shit. Fucking his stats tonight are he pitched well tonight, too. That's a staggering, really pitching well.
Yeah, Ulysses asking about the hockey there. We'll figure something out there. I don't know what you want to do there, Jay, but
we got a hockey show with Goats, I thought. We have a hockey show with Goats coming?
I'd love to do one with Ulysses, figure something out there and get that going for the guys.
Wow, Sloane Stevens breaks back. That was huge.
Wow, I hope you get that one, Jay.
And real quick on you, Darvish, that 31 and third innings, 46 strikeouts, 0 walks tonight. 8 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts, and 1 base on ball. So now he's up to 39 and a third with, striking out 7, 1 base on ball. So finally walked somebody tonight.
What's going on, Nick? Just missed you there, buddy. I was out getting some food.
So what do you want tonight in MLB, Gog?
So I had the Indians run line that cashed. Oakland run line, that's gonna be a nail biter to the wire, and Atlanta run line didn't work out too well. But I was looking to jump on this WNBA game, Jay. What do you think?
What's the score?
They were up by a few. The Storm. Wow, Connecticut's up 34-25.
Yeah, I leaned the Storm only because of how good they are at home and how subpar Connecticut is on the road. But would it shock you if Connecticut wins? No.
No. Yeah, they're a solid team. It's been pretty low scoring. Second quarter, the Thunder 20-9, Stormer 15-14, but a lot of those wins come at home. So,
yeah, I ended up on the Storm money line down 34-25 right now. I didn't do anything with the total. I bet every side and every total except this total. I could not come to a decision.
Well, what 150 was it, Ramon? 150.5?
160, 150, 150. And I had it, I graded it out about 151.5, but I kind of liked the under. So when it came 150, I was like, I can't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't even put $5 on it.
It was that much of a stay away.
Yeah.
That's a stay away there.
Yeah, Haney's almost going to get our K prop already in that game. He's only in the third inning. 6 strikeouts for Haney.
Yeah, nice call to Haney days there, guys.
Bueller went up and in on Margot and hit him, put him on first.
I'm doing a little more research now because you got me. But you're going to really like this. Jay is going to be. I don't know. Jay's going to be getting maybe a Woody right now when I tell him.
Well,
up next year. Not only will it be Rachel Nichols, but it's going to be Maria Taylor.
Maria Taylor. She's the African. Who's the African American woman? Is that what you're talking about?
What doing? What hockey?
Well, Maria.
Oh, she would want.
I know. Jason likes Maria Taylor a lot.
You mean Joy Taylor?
No, Maria Taylor.
Who's Maria Taylor?
I'm looking her up right now. Yeah, that's her, the African American woman. She's beautiful. She got the long hair. She's tall too. She's fucking great. Yeah.
I thought you knew who that was. I thought that was your girl, Jay. I didn't know you didn't even know who that was.
I don't know. Let me check. I might.
You'll know when you see her.
It's not your dad?
What she's
6'2".
Wow. That's Jay's kind of girl.
No, Joy Taylor is my girl. You were close.
Darn it.
Are they related?
Joy Taylor is Jason Taylor's sister.
Oh,
from the Dolphins. She is gorgeous.
Yeah, Joy Taylor, huh?
look her up.
I think
Jason Taylor was a beast. That dude was a beast. Oh yeah. I've seen her on. Yeah, I didn't know that was Jason Taylor's sister. Wow, interesting.
Oh, I like that 6-3 now. Ulysses updates in that St. Louis game. I might get that over yet. Might go 2-0 in that game.
Was it 9, Ramon?
I got 9.5.
9.5. Let's get one more. Yeah, I don't know if I have even a play on this WNBA game. I'm kind of like you, Jay.
Yeah, 35-28 right now. 4 minutes to go.
If anything, what, Seattle on the plus on the second half, possibly? Because they were the favorite by 2.
Yeah.
So that's. And the total was right around on par. Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
Just real quick, he's got 2 strikeouts through 2 innings. And Quantrill's got no Ks on that K tally. Strikeout. Check out the strikeouts.
Come on, Cal.
How do we do in UFC tonight?
I don't know. I think we might have been in the red on that. So let's see if
I didn't bet anything, but Nick gave out picks. I don't know how they did.
Okay. Oh, big underdog one here.
Yeah, there was a 500 underdog that won one of the fights.
Yeah.
And, I played 2 plays. I played 2 plays from Nick Lockhart and Hoon, and I think I went 2-0 on 0-2 on those.
Yeah, Lockhart. Yeah, so Peter Barrett. But yeah, let's see what else is going on here.
It was just Hanshin so far, or did you give another? Did I miss one?
Well, Hanshin I like there. Yumori's playing Hiroshima. I like Yumori there. They got their 8. I believe they're playing Hiroshima. About 99.9%. But I like the starter in that for Yumori. He's their ace. It's near the end of the season too. They got a month left. This is a big series actually. I had the under last night that cashed. And Yumori lost that one. They were coming on a couple 3-game losing streak. They're at home. That's probably a good spot for Yumori. I didn't give it out just because it was minus 150, but
yeah,
that's what I'm looking at. Yeah. Yumori minus 150.
I would be on them. Money line.
I got Hanshin minus $1.12. Sounds good enough for me.
Yeah, I
already got him. I bet him already. Yep.
I really wouldn't see why not. They're on the road, I believe, but doesn't stop me at all there. The other one was Nippon and Cebu. That's coming up at midnight in about an hour.
Yeah, 1-day game.
Yeah, it's weird they're doing that. I don't know why they're doing day games right now, but I like the over there. I had it about 8.5. It was the last
9.5 now.
Yeah, I didn't bet that at that price. That's what I wanted to get the line at, but it was set too high. I thought.
Yeah, I mean, 9.5 in one of these games. That sounds crazy.
But it's Cebu and Nippon. They tend to have some pretty high scoring games, and both these pitchers, they're nothing to shake a stick at. Cebu has some really good bats, like some big boys. I got some other ones there, but holding those ones back for good reason. It's coming to an end, about a month away. September the 28th, I believe, is the last day, and then they get into the playoffs. So
yeah.
It's interesting.
You like Yomiuri? You like Yomiuri to win it all?
To win it all, oof. I don't know. I think Yokohama can go deep if they can start playing like they did about a month ago.
Yeah, they've got to get it going, right?
They've been a little bit slipping a little bit lately, but that even Oryx is not the greatest team, but they're playing good ball right now. Yeah, I think Umori Fukuoka's really slipping. I don't like how they're playing. So
Yes, you just hit a home run, Chris.
I just saw right now, Jock Peterson, 27th. It's interesting, Goji, looking at the totals in Japanese baseball, they're always about a run, less than baseball in the States. The bigger ballparks out there, the ball's not carrying, because we got the baseball and Major League Baseball, it's carrying. We got a lot of home runs hit. What's going on with the totals? Why are they?
The parks aren't any bigger. I just think the power is not there nearly as much. They don't have the power. Like a couple
slap
of
hitters.
teams a lot of slap hitters, exactly. And the pitching is very good. A lot of movement. It's pretty tough to hit, but like I said, Cebu and Nippon, some of these teams, they have some really good bats. So that's why they set these totals like at 9.5. Because even like this couple of guys on Cebu, they get it up in the air and it's just gone. But like a team like Oryx, they have a lot of slap hitters. Shiba, like those, so a lot of teams are slap hitting teams. Depending on the weather,
they run the shift a lot, or
not really often.
They allow it, the shift.
I imagine they allow it, but you don't see too much shifting going on now that I think about it. No. They'll bunt and stuff. They're kind of old school, kind of like 2005 baseball. But it's very, a lot of betting goes on, I guess, over there with Japanese baseball, a lot more than I thought. Like it's pretty crazy. That's their biggest sport, right? That's like football for us over here.
Yeah, I'd love to go to Japan someday. It's I've seen it on, TV or whatever. It's a beautiful country. I'd love to go to Japan someday.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Baseball would be next level too. Atmosphere out there, it'd be fucking just great, just stellar. But
have some sashimi.
Yeah, try some of the food. Cute girls in Japan too. Take a girl to a baseball game, You'd have to have a girl.
I saw a lot of Japan on TV. Fortunately, when the tsunami hit, I remember watching it on TV, stoned off my ass, smoking weed, and praying that those people don't, the tsunami. Watching it live on TV that night, about 7-8 years ago. That was some fucking unbelievable TV to watch live. The water just flowing. I mean, you guys have seen the Japan tsunami. I mean, it was devastating.
You can find it. You can get in a YouTube rabbit hole looking at those.
Big time.
That was in Hiroshima, wasn't it?
It's northern Japan.
Yeah, it was. It was in the. Oh God, what's that prefecture called?
The prefecture they call them. Yeah, it's anyhow, but yeah, really sad. I remember watching it on TV, and I was like, "Fuck, this is insane." I mean, houses. Yeah.
Well, when you heard the Richter, the reading, you were like, "That's a problem." When that first reading came out, and you heard it's 8, it turned out to be like a 9, but you just heard it like. When you hear things like once you hear 8, you're like, oh, that's a big deal.
Oh yeah,
that was 9.
That's fucking.
I remember that night. I have a customer in Hawaii. He buys a lot of promotional products that I print, and he's in Hawaii. He's a realtor, and I called him. And of course, they're 3 hours, behind us. And right when I heard about it happen, he goes, "Yeah, he didn't even too much know about it." And he flipped on the TV. He's like, "Holy shit!" He's telling his wife, "He's oh man, oh my god," because Hawaii was possibly threatened by a small wave too. From the earthquake, it never happened, but I remember I called him like, "Hey man, better turn on the TV," and he found out about it when I called him. That's crazy.
And of course, one caused a nuclear accident.
Yep, Fukushima. Really good documentary on that.
Fukushima
nuclear power plant. Yeah, that's really good to watch that.
We're gonna call it a night in like 5 minutes.
You sound pretty tired, Jay.
Yeah, and I have to go write an article for the morning.
What article you got, buddy?
The main event article for the UFC this weekend.
Wow, that's awesome, guys. You're gonna have that on Odds Market, or?
Yeah, there'll be one article tomorrow afternoon and another one the next day.
Perfect. So you're gonna be fresh after not having UFC for a week, so look out, guys.
Yeah. And then there'll be no show on Friday night, and we'll start at like 3 a.m. on
Good.
It's gonna be a weird weekend.
Rare to not have a show on Friday. I'll have to find something to do.
Friday night because, Chris, you know why? Because the UFC event starts at 3 a.m. Saturday morning because they're in like Singapore, I want to say, or China.
Shit. So you and
Dave
can do a live show?
So we'll be on at 3 a.m. and then till like 9 a.m. And then I'll take a couple hours to sleep, and then we'll be on Saturday all day for college football.
Well, I can't wait for that, man.
Yeah.
College football.
Fucking NFL week 1 is going to be insane.
Ramon, are you going to do after show on your network on your channel?
No, I got to do I'm taping a high school football show in half an hour.
All right, so there you go. All right, so we'll call it a night now. It's 11 o'clock, and we'll be back tomorrow like normal, boys. So
yeah, sorry I was late.
Hey, everyone, hit the like button on the way out, please. Greatly appreciate that.
Yeah,
hit the like button if you had.
We do.
It's all good, go.
So,
all right, we'll see you guys tomorrow night. You guys got anything to say?
No, just
recap the baseball. We got that first 5. Yankees Seattle over 5, top of the 3rd. Nobody out runners on 1st and 3rd. Of course, Yankees still up 2-0. So
cash those tickets, guys. Get some winners. We'll catch you tomorrow there. Back on the grind.
Yep. All right, we're out.
Later.
This is KegCast 150. We're back after this.
See you guys.
Later.